showing.
Well.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to let you all listen to that again.
Yeah, let's play it again.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you?
Yeah, that one.
But our women are not showing us.
Can I say something?
I don't care what they say. What are the women showing?
Can I say something real quick? Black women, can we stop talking about if these niggas want us or not?
This is all natural. This is all natural. You're looking at 100% natural African alpha male.
Oh, excuse me, Kevin. This is not. I'm talking to black women real quick. Can we stop talking? Can we stop posting all day on TikTok? Because I knew we went to TikTok and I just kept seeing this. Black women, can we stop talking about if these successful black men want us or not?
We need to start advocating for men who want to be with men. Swallowed up. We need to start advocating for men who want to be with men. Have you ever been swallowed up? We need to start advocating for men who want to be with men. Have you gone through a time of swallowing? I understand the impulse, brothers. I do. Where everything was overwhelming. But our women are not showing us. I don't care what they say. What are the women showing?
Like, can we just focus on us and we be successful and then we go out there and we decide who the fuck we want?
And I need two 100% all natural body parts, face, biologically born queens. One vegan queen and one soul food queen.
Now, women, or would it be better for him to go make a shade of brown?
You make the point. The shade of brown is better than us.
That's all I'm saying.
What is up, folks? If you can hear me in the chat, put a 1 in the chat. We're about to get this party started tonight. Arms and ones and twos. This is DJ Torch. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of DJ Torch and Friends. Tonight, the episode is called The Down Low Red Pill Culture. And if you didn't know, if you just didn't know why a large portion of the black male population does not like you or does not treat you good, you're about to find out tonight. In the house, we have Darnell Elliott. Good seeing you, Darnell. Along with Indiana Mom in the chat as well. Honey Bear's in the chat. Good seeing Honey Bear. We are about to have a party tonight. We are about to have a party. Let me dial it up right now. Let me go see what I have in my stacks. Let's see what's going on with this dude right here. Here we go. This is this dude right here. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Man goes viral after accusing his mother of alienating him from his father for this reason. Let's find out. Let's go. Here we go.
That analogy my mother used on me, and I resent her for that, right? And the reason why
It doesn't take much for a black man to resent his mother anyway, but let's dig deeper. Maybe he has a good reason. Let's find out. Here we go.
resent her for that because she shouldn't be the person who decides what I feel based on how my father has a relationship with me. Sometimes a dance might be just enough for me.
Sure. What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man.
What's going on,
KB?
KB?
Good today.
Let's get right into it, KB. I see you. You are okay. KB, okay. Here we go. He's talking. Let's see what the man's gonna say. I want to see what the man's gonna say about his mama. Say what you're gonna say about your mama. Here we go. Right here. Let's see. Okay.
Used on me, and I resent her for that, right? And the reason why I resent her
He's
for
already I can already tell by his voice inflections where this is going. Shy girl is in the house as well. Let's keep this going here.
that because she shouldn't be the person who decides what I feel based on how my father has a relationship with me. Sometimes the day is my
Did you just hear what he said? He said she shouldn't be the one to decide how I feel, but she had him. Let me play that one more time.
that analogy my mother used on me, and I resent her for that, right? And the reason why I resent her for that because she shouldn't be the person who decides what I feel based on how my father has a relationship with me. Sometimes
Wait, so she has you, and obviously it sounds like to me that she had to raise you because your father wasn't around. If he was, then you would have no context, sir, as far as how you feel, because your father was around. The question you should be asking yourself is, why was your father not around? Let's see where he's going to go with this. Here we go.
the days might be just enough for me.
Sure.
You shouldn't be the person who tells me or tell my father what he's not going to do for me. If he can give me a day, let me get my day. If he can give me the weekend, let me get my weekend. Just because it doesn't suffice what you want for me doesn't mean that it ain't good for me. And I'm saying this because my father,
Now, did you ever ask your mother, sir, why she said that? See, a lot of these men, they usually think it's some minor reason why their mother split up from, after having him. And I can see where Cynthia G is coming from. This is where that's partial a bit. That's a different story. That's a different day. But after having him and having to raise him and having to feed him and having to clothe him, this dude is saying this. They only say it when they're grown. Mr. Let Grow did a very similar thing.
when I got grown and I had this conversation, you're like, listen, son, I wanted to be in your life. What you mean?
I just couldn't do what your mom was putting me through.
But your mama,
unrealistic
play a
expectation.
lot of games, right? Emotional, goofy games, where I have to meet certain criteria in order to see you.
And I ain't doing that.
I ain't no BAN.
See, this is ignorance. This is ignorance at its best. She probably had the certain criteria was probably not putting hands and feet on her or him. It shows the lack of appreciation. And it shows that he wants to be more like, probably, I'm assuming, his violent father. And I think he might have achieved that. Let's see. Let's find out. Here we go.
She not gonna tell me like she my probation officer or something. Like I gotta go through this. No, we not doing that.
Yeah.
If you think I gotta do all that, then
My
you.
probation officer. So now the plot thickens. It obviously sounds like if he had a probation officer, that means he's been in some serious trouble himself already. And now, and for some reason, I have a bad feeling what it's about. Let's find out. Here we go.
Handle it, and she didn't handle it. And she didn't handle it the right way.
City, go ahead. That's good.
Women use children as pawns to try to manipulate men to be and act how they want them to act.
And the sad thing about it is you have women who will sit here and once again, they will be.
Let me pause it right there for a minute, because ignorance is not bliss all the time. This is one of those situations that is not bliss. And I'll tell you why. Through his conversation, we learned a lot. We learned a lot of ignorance. We learned a lot about even the man in the orange without him telling us a lot. We found out that he said he had a probation officer, and that's not a good thing to have. That's not like, saying that that's not a good thing. And now it appears that he's blaming his mother for keeping him away from his father. And this happens a lot. It's weird. It's a weird dynamic because he probably wasn't saying that shit when he was getting fed by his mom, while he was getting sheltered by his mom. He obviously didn't read any laws, because if he did, he would learn that more than likely, it sounds like to me, the stipulations probably that he says his mother gave him were probably put on by the court. Probably because his father was violent. And the fact that he stated that he has to go to he has a probation officer. He sounds like to me the apple didn't fly far from the tree. Okay. And he's probably just like his father anyway, even though his mom probably tried everything to do to give him a better chance. And the best way to do that is for him not to be like his father. There's some simple math you can use to really get to the bottom of it, because obviously if his father was what he was supposed to be, he would have gotten visitation rights by law. By law. He would have got visitation rights. They want the father on the hook for the money. So that means that basically there are some rules that even the mother has to follow to make that happen. And here's another problem. See, I think what a lot of young men are missing is that basically the hard, painful realization that those men really didn't want you at all. And very much like the same thing happened with T.O., which happened with Mr. Let Go, is after these guys turn like middle age and they finally catch up with their father, by the way, who had been elusive. The fathers throw out, oh, well, she didn't want me to, around, or this or this. Some BS in most cases, not all cases, most cases. And the guys eat it up because they still have that misogyny gene, just like their father. That misogyny gene. You can't beat it, folks. But where does that come from? Why are these men so hateful against, not only black women, but a woman with 1 drop of black to a woman who has 1,000 drops of black? These men are so hateful. So tonight, let's find out. Let's find out. Let me see what I have in my crate of mixes, my crate of music. Or in this case, videos. This is the get this. Remember when the good doctor gave Cam Newton, like a little conversation about what's what? Let me go on screen for a minute. Here we go. Let me go on screen. Here we go. So remember when Cam Newton, the doctor kindly gave Cam Newton a very, very realistic view into who he was, and he didn't like what he saw? And he proved his point. It's the funny thing about sociopaths, narcissists, psychopaths, is they usually, when they get mad at you for showing you who they are, they will show you more of who they are. It's the weirdest thing. They will prove you right every time. When you say, something, you're a sociopath, you're this, you're that. The best way to prove somebody wrong is to not display the symptoms of what they're accusing you of. unfortunately, Cam Newton, who I respected a great deal. I mean, I watched him all the way from the Carolina Panthers to the Patriots to whatever. I mean, I thought he was the coolest. Now, no, not so much. He is still picking on that woman. Now, this time he actually picked up another, what I would call flying monkey, because he had Corey Holcomb go in on her as well. But here's another one.
So, Ms. Fontenot,
Yes.
do you promise to tell the truth?
Swear.
Nothing but the truth.
Absolutely.
So help you.
So help me God.
There's been a lot of debating in regards to relationships, and there's a word that a lot of people have been saying: high functioning.
You can make any woman a mother tomorrow. That's not hard. That's not challenging. What is it that we're after? Is it a...
He is still talking. Remember now, high functioning did not exist anywhere until, with weight, until the other doctor, okay, I don't even know if this one, and the other doctor, not Sarah, I forgot the other doctor's name. If you remember, please let me know. But until the other doctor said it. And this dude, since then, has attacked that woman relentlessly. That's some N-word shit.
The dating experience, or are we after partnership in life? I've been engaged 2.5 times. I know, every time. What's the half?
Dude, and it's funny to me that he judges women after literally cheating the amount of times he has repeatedly over and over again. We've gone over that. Why is it that men who have expressed lower moral fiber, as pertains, I'm going to be specific, lower moral fiber as it pertains to relationships, judging anyone?
I think for a woman, it's harder. It's more challenging to have male friends because most men will sit in the wings until you give them the go.
Hello? This is going to be the part
That is it. Thank you, Brina West. It's Dr. Bryant. Die Rich, thank you for coming. Honey Bear in the house. Shy Girls in the house. Darnell Elliott's in the house. Indiana Mom is in the house. Happy belated birthday to Darnell once again. Here we go.
Viral.
Okay, let's talk about it. This is my honest truth is, I think cheating is weak. Women don't care about the
Boom. Yes, she's right about that. Here we go.
act. They care about the feeling. They care about the deceit. They care about the lies. Can I ask you just a direct question? Do you see yourself marrying her?
I may be too real for y'all.
No, I hear you. I can't relate.
Cause me and mine,
Yeah, y'all been around.
we been around the world.
And also, let's take it even further. Most men that are in the successful circle have not been with as many women that you've been with that are top tier, beautiful women.
I value man has never been with a woman that he couldn't get back.
Nah, that's not true.
I just got goosebumps. The sirens is like,
High value man. So notice how he has went from football to red pills, and just like that.
damn! You see what you're doing?
What am I doing?
You know how to hunt.
I know how to be hunted. Every girl out here is willing to give you some for a meal. I'm not. Automatically, I've separated myself from about 90% of women.
Would you accept a poly relationship?
This is the thing about poly. You know what I've realized? Men that are not as good in the bedroom tend to be more feminine. They're more, let me rub your feet. They're more romantic. I don't pay a bill when I'm in a relationship. I attract the type of men that want to provide. Here we go, we're gonna dive in. If a woman will let you spend all your money on her from the jump, she doesn't like you. She's in it for what she can get. I'm not in a rush to see how much I can get from a man. I wanna know the man. Can I ask one question though, a personal question? For me, I want clarity. Because I saw a clip that you did and it went viral. And it was talking about relationships. And you had said what you said about your relationship now. And I think for me, inside of that, my mind immediately went to, well, is this really cheating or is this an arrangement?
Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it would be. Cam Newton, the son, Mr. Boogie, all here with another episode.
Man, I mean, he has a high regard for himself, ladies and gentlemen. Like to shout out to Gold Reflection in the house. It's good seeing you as well. We got Darnell, Brina. We got everybody up in here. Honey Bear, Shy Girl, Anna, Mom, and Darnell. Let's go. Here we go.
So the Funky Friday. And I promise, I really do promise to give good content for the masses. But most of all, I promise to keep it funky for your asses. This particular episode, we have a very interesting person, to say the least. Very excited because in recent news, there's been a lot of debatable topics in regards to relationships, self-awareness, self-love. And there's a word that a lot of people have been saying, high functioning. So, without any further ado, I'm going to introduce my guest. She is a self-love guru, show host of It's Giving podcast, a serial entrepreneur, speaker, actress, philanthropist, as well as an investor. I present to some and I introduce to others, Dr. Sarah Fontenot.
Hey, okay. All right, Kim.
How are you doing?
I am phenomenal, blessed, happy, grateful, here, alive, and honored. Thank you for having me.
So what we should be doing here
Yes.
on Funky Friday is we should have a Funky Friday Bible.
Oh.
Where, you know, when you go into like litigation or when you go into a court of law,
Yeah.
they say,
They
raise
don't use Bibles in litigation or court of law.
your left hand. I promise to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Oh, yes.
So, Ms. Fontenot,
Yes.
do you promise to tell the truth,
Swear.
nothing but the truth,
Absolutely.
so help you?
So help me God. Yes.
How about you, Kim?
You excited?
I'm very excited. I'm a little anxious, but that just means I care. I'm ready.
So, I like to kind of get people prepared for really the journey that I take them on.
Okay.
I feel like I'm the bus driver.
Oh,
But like I told you off camera, this is not a dictatorship.
okay.
Meaning that when you go on the bus, not sure if you've been on any buses,
I have.
right? So even though that there's a person driving, you can still kind of point and direct and let them know where to kind of go.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I would love for people to receive from this particular conversation a great, healthy conversation that pushes the culture forward.
Come on. Yes.
You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Let me go.
And nonfiction,
Yes.
right? How are you? You know what? Let me go back because I'm
Okay.
speeding. 'Cause
Okay.
Lord
Hey,
Jesus,
look, we can
man.
speed, we can coast, whatever you want.
Where are you from?
That's fine. Yeah, speed post with him. Okay, let's go about this. Here we go. I wish he would get into it. I wish they would get into it. Let's go.
I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. And yes, I said it right. Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Oh, she's Canadian. Okay.
It's a small town in the prairie. And, you know, my upbringing is very different. So being in Atlanta, although I was in LA for 15 years before I just moved here, feels like an even higher level of culture shock because I was the only black girl in every grade. You know, all the black people where I'm from, we all knew each other. My mom is Auntie Pam to everybody, you know, so it's been it out.
I need to get.
Are you willing? Number one, okay, so I'm gonna take it all the way back. We live in a generation now where people want connection so badly that they'll take anyone to get it. And you have to remember that we live in a generation where as women, we are taught to get married and have a family, get married and have a family. And if your only objective is to get married and have a family, it doesn't matter who fills that role. As opposed to if you're after alignment and
Good point. Good point.
purpose and integrity with God, that's a whole different ballgame. And so inside of that, what is it that you're actually after? You don't have to have staying power if you're just after marriage and a family. You could marry anybody. Anyone could make me a mother tomorrow. Period. You could make any woman a mother tomorrow. That's not hard. That's not challenging. The challenge is, are you willing to look yourself in the face and say, you know what? That was an ugly version of me. Are you willing to say, dang, I need to have more accountability? Are you willing to actually have integrity with what you say with yourself? Or are you willing to have those weak moments and embarrass your partner because of X, Y, Z, whatever it is, it could be, right? And this is just generally speaking. I think it's really important for us as people to understand, what is it that we're after? Is it a dating experience, or are we after partnership in life? Because I feel like people are plugging dating experience into partnership with life, and that will never work.
When you talk about what you've mentioned, another thing that I want to kind of go back to is talk about how your parents kind of
ruined
Definitely,
yeah.
Speak on that.
Yeah, because
Let me pause right there. Angela Reddick in the house.
My parents have been through everything. Like, even most recently, 2023 was one of the hardest years of my life. And it's funny because people see me now and they're like, oh, she's never been through anything. When I moved to America by myself at 20 years old to pursue acting, I'm a cliche. But when I moved to America, I was struggling every single month. Calling my mom every month saying, can you please help me pay my rent? I was that girl and I could be transparent, right? I don't have to be fluffy. I was a girl digging out $3 out of my couch so I could afford to put $3 on pump 5. And not because I was in a rush, but because that was literally all the money that I had. And so what I mean is, are you willing to go and be with the person if I did rupture a disc in my back? If I did go through cancer, because that's what happened with my dad in 2023. My mom gained 100 pounds trying to make sure that all of us were good. And my parents were still more committed to their commitment to one another than it was about, oh, this is hard right now. And that's another thing. People inside of relationships don't understand that there's seasons just in life. Like, when you look at science, summer, spring, fall, winter, the seasons happen. And no matter what.
Fast forward. Here we go.
In your family's dynamic growing up, right, were there ever a separation? They just thugged it out?
Nah, they thugged it out.
Okay. With that process of thugging it out, having children, having a family, I understand the power of, hey, this is a grown-up conversation. Y'all go upstairs, or y'all go downstairs, or y'all go back outside. I do believe in not necessarily involving children in conversations, whether directly or indirectly.
I agree.
But I do believe when there is a proper time for certain things to be had, that child at a age of maturity should be able to ask certain in-depth questions that can lead to more perspective.
Yes.
Now, I have been open about my whole really life. Sometimes it has bit me. Sometimes it has gave people more perspective of understanding who I am.
Notice how he's not taking any ownership for using up women, because that's basically what he did. And he still doesn't have this is a very good example of somebody who probably has narcissistic tendencies, because they show a lack of empathy. Here we go.
And I always remind people of why I created Funky Friday with the help of others. It's because I want people to live in their truth.
Yes.
Right? We live in a time where
he wants people to live in their truth, but he had Corey Holcomb literally lying about a doctor that Corey Holcomb didn't even meet. Corey Holcomb had never met Dr. Bryant, but this fool right here let some nasty looking, nappy headed, dark dude, fat, talk about her like she wasn't shit. Nothing wrong with being nappy-headed. Nothing wrong with being dark. Nothing wrong with being a dude. Nothing wrong with being fat, until you start spewing hatred towards other people and looking the way you do. Here we go.
It's selective truth. How can a person identify as whatever they want to identify, and that's accepted? Bruh, go for that, sis. Power to you, sis. If you want to do this or you want to do that. But when you have a straight man living in this truth of like, yo, this is my growth plan. This is what I've been through. I'm not perfect, never proclaimed to be perfect, but the support isn't always the same.
You know what's funny to me is he's talking about himself. Number one. Number two, I'm going to prove that he's really not as straight as he says he is. Number three, it has nothing to do with this man being straight at all. It has to do with him behaving like a 304 when he has a woman with 5 kids. And let me tell you something. A woman with 4 or 5 kids, that's way past marriage right there. Marriage is a legal agreement. Marriage is supposed to be a romantic agreement as well. But since he doesn't feel any of that, he basically exploited that woman, whether she agreed to it or not. Okay. And now he's trying to justify his actions by saying that gay people, okay, get more support than straight people, which has nothing to do with him and his promiscuous past. And that's what he's. This is classic gaslighting at its best. Let me keep it going.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, why are you doing that? If you want to do all this, then you might as well, blah, blah, blah. I say all that because who made you aware of certain triggers in your life where it's only but so much growing up in a Christian household that you have sight to? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like, that ain't of God, that ain't this, that ain't that. And I'm like, okay, cool, but fine. But when that real world starts to happen,
yes,
and that temptation starts to happen, it's like, who do I go to then?
I told you he is still trying to defend his actions. Instead of taking ownership of his mistakes, he's literally on here saying that it was okay for him, in so many words, I'm paraphrasing, to cheat.
Because I can't go to the holier than thou person because their response is going to be, that ain't of God.
Right.
But that's not getting to the nucleus of the situation.
Right.
When I need certain answers, or I need certain outlets, or I need certain forces that can heal me or tell me like, yo, bro, I know what you're feeling. I know what you're going through. It's just your ecosystem.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So for
No, I
that,
don't really. Actually, I'm going to stop right there with that one. See, Cam is really he is still upset and mad at Dr. Bryant for bringing out his truth, that he is not a high-functioning man. On the football field, absolutely. When he was in shape and didn't have a bad shoulder, he was high-functioning. He could literally win games on his own with no decent, supporting cast. I will give him that. But when it comes to relationships, he's basically a train wreck. The only thing he has to offer is whatever money he made from the NFL. Okay. And that's it. Really, quite honestly, because he's not going to love anyone the way they want to be loved. He just doesn't have that capability. And there's nothing wrong with it. But when you try to continue to justify your actions to a mass of people, it's of great concern, because he is supposed to be seen as a role model, right? He's a role model, right? For what? Ask yourself, what is he role model for? Sports all day. But now he wants to roll into the relationship, red pill relationship at that thing. And to me, he's showing a bad example. So basically, let's break into the next segment. As you know, this is a DL presentation, and I'm going to define what I mean right now. Wait for 1 second. let's get past the intro. And this is by Reckless Who? Reckless Logic. Here we go.
Alrighty guys, we are going to be having a different type of video today. It's not really a commentary video, you know. You can tell by the title what this conversation is going to be all about. Now, just to be clear, this video is about DL men. I'm not really a specialist when it comes to DL women, but I'm pretty sure, you know, some of these signs probably, you know, work hand in hand. I don't know, but you know, what I will say, I will be specifically talking about DL men. I will be talking about the signs and the types. All right, so let's get straight into it. Now, the first signal, I'm just gonna start with something, you know, people always say, and sometimes I'm gonna sprinkle in my personal signs of what I noticed over some time. First things first, if the person is homophobic. Now, it's different from when you just don't understand. It's different from when you know you are
Susie Bear in the house.
Or just be like, okay, that's what you do, but I'm not with that. It's different. I'm talking about the extreme homophobe. I'm talking about every time they see a gay person, they get uncomfortable. Every time they see a gay person, you know, they gotta bash them, talk bad about them. That's the type of homophobe that I'm referring to. The ones that would beat up, dehumanize, do all of those things. Now, keep in mind too, with these signals and stuff like that, if you see one of these signals that I am talking about, you can't just be like, oh, you're DL. No. But however, if you get like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these signals simultaneously at the same time, or even you've noticed them over some time, then yeah, you just might have a case, just so you guys know. Yeah, so if he's homophobic, you know that.
Right here. Gay men know more about DL men than probably most anyone else, because the basis of a DL man is that they are a man who has gay tendencies, right? And what I mean by gay tendencies is, no, they have gay desires. They desire men, but they want to keep it on the down low. So basically what's going on is this guy's going to break down to you, number one, the types of DL men. And then I'm going to break down to you why, ladies, you need to watch out for that, because DL men are going to be probably the most violent, they're serial cheaters, they're so on and so forth, because it's just part of the whole pathology of a DL man. Here we go.
That is a big sign, because 9 times out of 10, if you're, like people say all the time, I'm pretty sure I'm not the first video you've seen talking about this. If you're comfortable with who you are, especially if the person is not trying to come on to you or trying to, you know, flirt with you after you told them no, you should be good. There's nothing to be homophobic about. Go about your business. Now, the second thing we have, now this is something I've noticed over some time. The girlfriend is too bad. Now, when I say bad, she's bad. I'm talking about A1 top-notch bad bitch. That's what I'm referring to. Because like this is what I've noticed, is that when you have a dude or whatever, you know, and he may be a certain caliber, and then you look at his girlfriend, his wife, and she is bad. She's a bad bitch, not bitch, B-I-H. And the reason why I say that, because for me, I've dealt with a couple of dudes that were DL or whatever, story times on that. And the thing is that they will have really bad biz, not bitches, but biz and stuff like that. So when it comes to a situation of when people be like, oh, you know, he's not gay, look at his girlfriend. One thing I can tell you, the trade, they love them a good facial hair. They love them a good facial hair. They love them beards. And baby, you just might be a beard. Now, don't get confused.
He just said it. He just said it.
What I'm saying, beard, because there are not always gay men that have girlfriends, closeted gay men that have girlfriends. There are sometimes bisexual men that are attracted to men, and women has a girlfriend, but however, the girlfriend is not aware that he's attracted to men. That happens. So sometimes you may not be a beard. Sometimes, you know, he may have other sexual attractions and he just not 100% open up to you about it. Keep in mind. All right, so now this right here is a type. The first two were two signals. Now this one right here is a type. Now,
So let me pause right there. You have a good idea what's going on. Let me bring you up to this one.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome.
Remember
I'll have you
him?
hold this. All right, if we can have your name.
My name's Aaron.
Aaron, how old are you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm 29.
29, okay, and what do you do?
I'm a licensed plumber.
Okay, very cool.
Yes.
And now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a woman that's not promiscuous and has a career going for herself.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, being promiscuous, not cleanly, don't have a career, nothing really going for yourself.
Okay. All right. So we did get a.
Why am I bringing up Aaron the plumber? Why? I mean, there's no stories about him being DL. Well, why am I bringing him up? You're gonna find out soon enough. Here we go.
Balloon. Let's go ahead and go on over there and see what's going on.
Yes.
All right. If we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to say the pop in the balloon popper. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or I wasn't fully attracted to you. And I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes.
Very articulate young lady. Here we go.
Is definitely mutual. So
he doesn't know. He's just he insults straight out. She was very nice. He had to get his insult out. Let's keep it going.
That's okay. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a great day.
Thank you, Queen. You too.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead. All right. We got to pop over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Tara. I'm 22.
Okay. And why did we end up popping our balloon?
The comment you made didn't really. I like a more humble person. That's the one that.
This woman right here is just adorable. Just adorable. Here we go. Guess it's time for me to shave my beard off. By Darnell Elliott, thanks for the $2 super chat. Yeah, no, Darnell, you get to keep your beard. Keep your beard on. Keep your beard on, bro. Here we go.
That responds so defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it. I didn't really necessarily like
that's
how you
fine.
responded.
Hey, I could just all I can do is be honest.
I mean,
you know,
yeah, be honest.
I
Be your
came over
authentic
here
self.
to,
That's okay.
to find a match
Sure.
that wasn't matching. That's
Sure,
all, Queen.
I 100% understand.
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Sure.
And now is she someone that's your type?
She all right. You know, you're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No disrespect.
You know, but if I see you in public, I wouldn't reach out to
I
you.
love it. I love hearing those balloons getting popped because you know. And this is intuition working. See, these women see how this man is treating other women, and their radar is on.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. And we did get a pop balloon over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Lex, and I'm 23, and I popped my balloon because I feel like you could be a tad bit disrespectful, like how you, like, I don't know, arrogant a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, just that.
Well, voicing my opinion is not arrogant. You know, she asked me if she would be a good.
No, voicing your opinion is not. It can be arrogant. See, he's already making up shit that's not even true. You can rudely voice your opinion, or you could basically be say the same honesty in a kind way, or not say anything.
Good fit for me. If I like what I see, it's contrary to the truth. So
Of course.
that's all I can do is just state what I see. That's not a good look for me. That's all, Queen. But thank you. You did me a favor as well.
Yeah.
See? He didn't have to say that. That's a good sign of a man who does not see women in value. Is they're very rude, mean, and spiteful. They just are. Because he knows he can get some dick. I'm just being blunt. He knows he can get some dick. So why does he have to be nice to women? Yeah, you heard me say it. You heard me say it.
So, what I have to say is, it's not what you say. This is what I mean by what I said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
You could have rephrased a lot of the things that you have been saying to me as well as the other girls differently. But that's all I have to say.
But one thing about me is I'm not going to change who I am
Of course.
to fit somebody else's liking. You know, I'm just going to tell
He's
it.
not going to change who he is, huh? Y'all want to see who he is? Let me show you who he is.
Look,
This is who he is. Man in a suit who got out of prison. Ladies, this is why you cannot date a man or marry a man who's been to prison. Because they know they can get some dick. See, a lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people are not blunt like I'm being tonight. I know that this is going to just destroy, my algorithm. But somebody needs to say it. The bottom line is that these men, they don't value women as much anymore because they have other options. Okay, not of women. So this is lesson number one. If a dude is always rude to you, it's not about you. It's about him expressing his options. He's got other options. He has other options. He has other options, and it's not even women. So you're getting mad at other women, but why are you getting mad at other women when really at the end of the day, let me see if I can find that. I mean, at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do, with,
Get right into it. Let's get right into it.
Swallowed up.
That's what it has to do with. I hate to break it to you, but men have stronger jaws than women do. And that's what Aaron is looking for. I'm just keeping it real. We know about him.
It says that Meek Mill appears to be distancing himself from Diddy following.
Meek and Diddy were a thing. So what? That's fine. That's their thing. But you saw how violent Diddy became. You saw how violent, cruel Diddy was. It wasn't because he was gay. It was because he was down low. There's a difference. People. Down low men, if a man is down low, it's clear that he feels a certain level of shame. And that shame starts to weigh on him. I mean, to the point where it gets dangerous.
This is the story of Juquin Hamilton, also known as Coco, aged 25, a trans lady who was killed by his bisexual secret lover while trying to break up with him. She went to his house to go finalize their relationship with him while his girlfriend was at home, but it did not go as she thought it would. This secret lover, who had a daughter and a girlfriend, didn't want Juquin to break up with him, so he decided to shoot her point blank while she attempted to drive away from him. This all happened because he confessed to her that he could not live without her in his life, even though it was a secret affair. Police later found her in her crashed car with her in it, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes.
I mean, that's all bad. That's all bad.
And how she carried herself.
Oh, you rich with your trick is crazy. Keep it classy, the nasty. She ain't a city girl, bitch.
So, all your straight men buddies, fellas out there, some of you already know what time they're on because either you've seen them or been with them. Yeah. Yep. What does this episode prove? Well, it proves that basically down low men will do anything, excuse me, to seemingly hide or try to hide the relationship. He wanted some dick. He should have came out. He would have felt better about everything. So we assume he cheated, right? Well, of course he did. Just like Cam Newton cheated. When you're down low, I'm not saying Cam is, but when you're down low, cheating is what you live by. It's what you live by. It's what you go by. It's what you know. It's what's up. You have to, he needs to satisfy all sides of his life. I mean, who cares if he has a wife and 2 kids? That's not enough for him. That's not enough for him to be happy. Yep. Angela, you're perfect timing. They already prefer to be with their homeboys more than women anyway. Exactly. That is a sign they are likely DL. That is too. If he keeps choosing to go out, hang out with his boys, he's probably doing a little more than just hanging out with his boys. Let's just put it that way. TK Dane's in the house. Thank you, TK Danes, for reminding me. Everybody, don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to hit the like. TK says, I can't wait for FAFO. FAFO Gaming are calling them out more and more. Yep. F around and find out.
Out her in his life even though it was a secret affair. Police later found her in her crashed car with her in it suffering from multiple gunshot.
See, that's a DL. That's what DL is right there. Eden Adele, it's good to see you. Eden Adele says, many DL men are also higher sexual with women. Let's break it down even more. I got I got a clip on. Here we go.
Benevolently sexist of me to say this.
Let me go back. Let's get into this.
I see No Turn on Stone bringing up Kiki Palmer. We definitely will be.
So
immediate chastity cage. You got to lock that up.
All right.
Association. I declare this a state of emergency. From the makers of lockdown, I bring you down. I beaten the hell up out of this Vine Boom son today. If you said
this is Foreign Friday, so this is obviously a foreign man. Sounds like he's got a Caribbean accent. So let's see what's up.
You know who it is. In the last fortnight, chastity cage. Feed out. Don't pass go, don't collect $200, immediate chastity cage. You gotta lock that up. I got some questions that need answers. One of which is, why do the man them secretly hate their partners? Especially when they're successful. I see No Turn on Stone bringing up Keke Palmer. We definitely will be talking about that as well. In fact, I have multiple case studies because the research scientist in me needs multiple case studies. So we have a few subjects for this observational study. We have Yerky, we have DDG, we have Keke Palmer's boyfriend because I don't know that name, and also Simone Biles' husband because I also don't know that nickname. This phenomena occurs across race and gender. There's nothing essential to these intersections that make these particular people more inclined to humiliating their partners. But I will say that with some caveats that we're going to get into, because I do believe that there are some things in particular when it comes to black masculinity and the way how it operates in dealing with successful women, especially successful black women. We are in a waste man pandemic. I guess the best way to tell you is to show you. This is Yerky, looking like Ian from Shameless. Looking like Ian from Shameless, but when that actor played the Joker on Gotham. Who and why is Yerky, you may ask? You know, stay tuned.
Yeah,
but as you can
I never heard of Yerky myself, to be honest with you. Here we go.
see, Jerky is being brutalized, absolutely getting the raw smackdown, otherwise known as being apprehended by the bacon, the pork, pig jerky, if you will. Well, at least we ain't got no knees or neck. Yeah. Probably wondering how we got here when just a month ago we were talking about Yerky's claim to fame, digging up a Disney star. On your tombstone, impregnated Disney star. Sky Jackson.
See,
digging up a Disney.
See, this is the thing. Her career, look how little she is. She must be maybe 100 pounds wet, soaking wet. Look how big he is, because that's going to come into play later on here. I mean, the number one, women, men are not going to protect you. So you're going to have to use more common sense when dealing, if you're going to deal with bandits. That's just a simple, it's just the way it is. Drop them pills if you can, you know, because this is what's going to happen. Let me just keep playing. Here we go. Anyway, little tiny Sky Jackson, right? And big, tall, jerky, whatever his name is.
Disney star. On your tombstone, impregnated Disney star. Sky Jackson is a Disney star, alleged domestic abuser, and
former Disney star now. I'll tell you, if there's any way to ruin your Disney career is to get pregnant by a bandit. Here we go.
Confirmed child doxter. I want to make a blanket and unequivocal statement. There will be no misogynoir inside the chat. So if you find yourselves typing in a particular fashion and that sentence ends up being something misogynoir adjacent, you just delete that. Keep that in the drafts. In fact, actually, no, delete the drafts. I am for women's rights as well as women's wrongs. And this is definitely a wrong that she has done. First, let me give you a little primer on Sky Jackson. Gelato, I just realized, is he calling himself Yerky like because it rhymes with perk? Perk and yerk? I didn't even realize that. I only know about perk because of Future Van Dross. Y'all making me seem like Carlton and I don't know about anything urban. The only time I ever see a perk or a Vicodin was on goddamn House. What the dog doing? Anyway, this is Sky Jackson, because a lot of y'all was asking who Sky Jackson was.
Whatever your name was. Hey, Jessie, you want to be my new nanny?
Talented actress, talented, right? Bright future that has been dimmed by her extracurricular activities, such as the fact that she doxes minors. Yeah, that's the sound I needed for that. She doxed minors for good. She was using Twitter to expose racist teenagers. Now she's facing heat for sharing details about a 13-year-old boy that fans claimed caused the kid's parents to lose their jobs. Some would consider exposing racism to be based. However, let's not try to dismantle the master's house with the master's tools. Just like how Nick Fuentes, you know how he did the whole your body, my choice thing, and then he recently got doxed? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I can say twink now. I found it out. Chat gave me the twink pass. The way how he came on here, bad. I feel bad saying that because I feel...
Basically, the bottom line is this. Let me keep it going. Here we go.
Like I'm mocking queer black men.
Control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi.
For a long time, I thought that this was a grift, but I really feel like he really liked this.
It's your body, my choice. And men, women again. Men win again. There will never...
Let me pause it. Just give this, ladies, just give it 4 years. You're going to see what's going to happen. that photo, that image, let me bring up my page here. Hold on. Let me bring it up. Okay. Okay, where did I do with it? Where is it at? Here we go. Here we go. This is what y'all got to be doing just for the next 4 years. Just chill just like this. You got to chill. Just let shit happen. Let all these dudes who voted for you know who, just let them take their beatings. It's the only way. It might be the best. That's a lot of people really might have gotten mad when I said, you know something, this is a win-win situation, regardless who wins, because if you win one way, you get logic. If you win the other way, you get a lesson. And so it appears that we're going to get the lesson this next 4 years. Now, remember the same person one of the things is that they wanted, what did black men demand from the Democratic runner? I'm going to keep this all non-words. Democratic candidate. They demanded she obliterate or remove child support or not remove, but put forth child support forgiveness. You know what the funny thing is? They never asked that dude the same question. They never asked that dude to do the same thing. Did you notice that? They never asked. Now we get to see them. Now we get to see these men in our community who voted for dude. Let's see you go up there and beg that man for child support forgiveness, and let's see where it gets you. While he adds on a immunity clause for police to be putting them hands and feet on you. I want to see it. Quite honestly, I have no problem with police. But a lot of you men do. Same men who voted for this guy. How you guys think? I want to see you guys go up there. I want to see you guys go up there and demand from that dude child support forgiveness. And that can be before he instills police immunity against beating your ass, or after. I don't care. Take your time. You can take a year or two. You got 4. You got 4 of them years. I'm good. See, the thing is, I'm not even going to get into the political part. This is a decision part. This is a decision part. You guys obviously believe that that man is going to treat you better than the woman would. The one thing I do remember is I don't remember that man even addressing you or even giving you a word at all. I do remember a bunch of you going to some of his rallies and getting your ass whooped. I do remember that part. Enough of that. Let me get back to the video there. Anyway, ladies, you see what's on the screen. I would follow suit. Find yourself a nice go to Starbucks first, right? Go to Starbucks, get yourself, your favorite, coffee, right? Or if there's an ethnic version of Starbucks that pops up, by all means, definitely support Black. And find yourself, a nice, comfortable spot on top of a building. And while us Black men are rioting for equal rights and shit like that and not getting beat downs, I want you to drink your coffee, enjoy it, watch the show, enjoy, don't cape for the men. Don't cape for us. Don't. You've worked very much, very hard. You've done your job. You've done everything you can. And you see the result you're getting. Femicide rate increased. Hands and feet increased. Let me keep going. Here we go. Now let me bring her here. Oh, let's see. I don't know why this keeps popping up. Hold on one second. There we go. That's better.
Say what now?
So why did Sky Jackson's baby daddy, because they're not married, by the way, disrespect her so much? Let's find out.
Not Sky Jackson's baby daddy being a power bottom and talking down on the late Cameron boys. Child, I need y'all to sit down for this one because, baby, these last few days have been rough for Sky and her baby daddy Yerky. And from the looks of it, it's only gonna get worse from here. Within just 24 hours after she officially announced that she was indeed pregnant, her man's criminal history got exposed. People found videos of his multiple baby mamas and 3 kids, and he got talking down on Sky, got caught sliding into people's DMs to threaten them, got exposed by his male lover for being DL, and got caught talking about Cameron boys, and finally managed to get himself arrested while he was literally on Facebook Live. Like, you cannot make this up.
Wait, let me pause it up. So Sky Jackson's rumored boyfriend arrested for parole violation. Very well said, TK Danes. She's too gorgeous to be another baby mama tragedy. Bars. So black men, it's weird because in our culture, there's a lot of men who are saying that black women should give the bus driver a chance and shit. And then when they do, they get the Sky Jackson, Keke Palmer, Halle Berry treatment. When all those women gave those men a chance that were technically below them, they paid for it dearly. Let me keep going.
Live. Like, you cannot make this up. Sky was initially trying to defend him by lying that he just got hacked, but just a few minutes after she made up that BS, he was right back on the internet trash talking her and her unborn child like he ain't the one who put a baby in it. All this mess started right after.
Sound familiar? Doesn't that sound like some DDS shit? He did the same thing.
Sky exclusively confirmed her pregnancy to People magazine. A lot of people already knew this was gonna be a disaster because prior to this, she got arrested and she and him were caught getting physical in public. But baby, nothing could have prepared us for the mess that would come just after her pregnancy announcement. This was legit one of the few times when people judge somebody.
Sky Jackson was arrested for battery of him She is maybe 4'11", maybe 100 pounds. He's like 6'3", 4, 5. You see where I'm going with this. That's some inward shit to be calling the police on somebody who clearly cannot damage you in any way, shape, or form. Angela says this: to DL men, we are a beard. Yep, a meal ticket or both. We are prey to these vultures. Bars. Here we go.
Body's baby daddy for being a bum, and they were not wrong. Not only was he nowhere to be found in Sky's maternity photos, but right after she announced her pregnancy, he jumped on Facebook and started dragging her for filth. He called her out of her name and even said he never wanted to have a kid with her in the first place.
Doesn't that sound familiar?
He said, on WAP, I'm salty I got this dumb A-word Disney Channel B pregnant. I hate this girl. As if that was...
Can you believe that? That wasn't I hate this girl. He didn't say that. He said something else a little bit. That's HOE. And this is where I can't tell somebody to choose better, but if there was an example of a situation that could be argued, this might be it.
Wasn't bad enough, he began to slide into the DMs of people who was reposting it, even after he deleted it because he was upset about it making him viral. One of the people who reposted it was a girl named Kyra Janae, and she also made a post that read, Sky Jackson better than me. I would have had a 20v1 to find me a new baby daddy for my baby so fast. Now Yerky decided it was a good idea to jump in her DMs and start insulting her. And guess what? She took a screenshot and posted this one too. He said, you nasty. Stop making posts about me and my baby mama ugly. It's always her Botox face making a post or saying some ish. Sky's best friend Sydney Angela also stepped in to defend Sky against the folks who was coming for her. She made it clear Sky was no longer messing with Yerky, and the last thing she needs right now is for folks to drag her for stuff she already knows. She said, stop mentioning my best friend and ish like this. She's going through enough, thank you. She's very aware of what's going on and she's not with the man no more, but she's expecting and being bombarded with ish she already knows, and bringing this to other social media is too much. For a second, after Sydney made these posts, a lot of people started to fall back a little bit, especially since she said Sky wasn't with Yerky no more. However, Sky made it worse for herself when she and her mama got on Instagram and lied about Yerky apparently having his Facebook hacked. She said his page was hacked. He never said this. End of story. Her mama also left a comment that said, he never said this. Stop being messy. People immediately accused Sky of making all this up because first of all, Yerky ain't even relevant enough for nobody to go through the hustle of hacking him. The math just ain't mad then. One person said, why they always blame it on them getting hacked? Ain't nobody hacked that phone. He said what he said.
Yeah, and I mean, repeatedly said what he said.
Another person said, see how her and her mama just be lying, talking about hacked. And folks was right, because Yerky was definitely not hacked, and he proved that just a few minutes after Sky and her mama got on Instagram to lie. He went on Facebook Live, and this time, he didn't just talk smack about Sky. He also dissed the late Cameron Boyce. He said he would smoke on Cameron any day, and that people should stop comparing him to a dead man, because he's definitely better than Cameron. He was basically upset because people kept saying he looked like a raggedy knockoff version of Cameron, and that's probably why Sky was attracted to him in the first place.
Hey bro, that nigga in this wood right here. Stop comparing me to a dead nigga. Is y'all cool? Like, what the f? Is y'all cool? Y'all keep on.
Notice, ladies, notice behavior. Notice behavior. This is someone you just don't want to be around.
Comparing me to a that's dead. Yeah,
Well, guess what? Not even 24 hours after he decided to disrespect Cameron like this, karma got him good, baby. Somebody went on Facebook Live to show him being arrested. It's unclear what exactly he did, considering just how much of a bum he is. So
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything.
He's definitely guilty of whatever they saying he did. In fact, during this arrest, that man also got ran over by a car because he was trying to get away from the police. Like, you cannot make none of this up. Oh, but if y'all thought that was bad, just wait till you hear this. A man who claims to be his lover came out and demanded for him to come out the closet and let everybody know he's gay.
Told you. You find me a man that disrespects women with a consistency and a veracity that should put him in jail, and I'll show you a man who's on the straight up down low. I'll show you a man who's straight up on the down low. TK Dane says, she really thinks she deserves all of this. Keeping the baby is consenting to him and his continuous terrorism. Bars.
He also said that he and Yerky have been messing around for a while, and that's the reason he treats Sky so badly. Because
Exactly. See what I mean? Exactly. He doesn't only treat Sky bad, he treats all women bad because he knows he can get some dick. I'm being as honest and real with you people as I can. If you're being treated poorly by your man, there's a strong possibility he's getting some dick. So ladies, don't be jealous of other women. If he's treating you bad, it's usually not of another woman. It's because he's getting some D-I-C-K. D-I-C-K. Dick. Look how beautiful this young lady is. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And she's, there's no other way to put it. She unfortunately chose, she chose wrong. Let's keep it going. Here we go. Welcome, Bridget.
Because he doesn't like women. He actually likes to get thrown around in bed and folded up by other men.
Okay, so let me reel it back there because I want you to make sure you hear everything. Listen to this shit. I told you. Sorry, I'm getting upset, but I mean, come on. There's a correlation with down lowness. There's a correlation, folks.
Saying he did. In fact, during this arrest, that man also got ran over by a car because he was trying to get away from the police. Like, you cannot make none of this up. Oh, but if y'all thought that was bad, just wait till you hear this. A man who claims to be his lover came out and demanded for him to come out the closet and let everybody know he's gay. He also said that he and Yerky have been messing around for a while, and that's the reason he treats Sky so badly. Because he doesn't like women. He actually likes to get thrown around in bed and folded up by other men. Apparently.
That's why most of the men, or a large portion of the men in the manosphere, treat women so bad. Now you see the correlation. Now you see it. Now you see why they go to. These men are on these manosphere channels dating each other. Oh, I got more receipts. I got more receipts.
Apparently, he has a specific taste for chubby men, and the women he gets with is just a cover-up for his raging gay attraction.
So they're saying that she's a beard.
And keep being quiet no more. Sky Jackson baby daddy need to go ahead and tell the truth about what me and him got going on. Like, you going on live trying to do all this about her, but you need to tell her why you doing all that and who you really like and who you really want to be with. Like, I don't got no issues with Sky Jackson. I don't want no beef, and I've been quiet for so long, and he's telling me don't text her, don't DM her, anything about, like, what we got going on or what we had going on. But it's like, this too much. Like, you stop paying, so now I'm finna start playing. I'm finna start running my mouth. And I get she had a baby, and she's coming out to the world that she's pregnant now, but he needs to really come out and tell the truth before I do. And this is the last time I'm going to let everybody know before I show all the videos and pictures and all that stuff when I was up at your house. But you're such a gangbanger. Like, tell them all the stuff we do. And Scott Jackson, if you see this, don't try to overdo too much because it's normal. Everybody likes what they like. So you can't be the one that try to make that decision for him if he knows what he likes. But yeah, I'm about to post everything.
Damn! I mean, welcome to the DL show. That's all I'm going to say right now. Angela Reddick breaks it down perfectly. Bisexual men always have a preference, and their preference is usually men. Bars. That is the preference. Ladies, do not worry about other ladies. The preference of these men are other men, not women. You're not competing against women. The problem is, if a man wants some D, he's going to get some D. End of story. Then Angela Reddick continues by saying, per my sociology field survey in college, they all prefer men. That is the preference. That is the preference. I am not dissing gay men at all. If men want to be with men, men can be with men. That is up to them. They have that right. The problem is the hypocrisy. Down low men are some of the most homophobic men you will ever meet because they are trying so hard to hide their own gayness. I am not going to get any kind of, I'm not getting any kind of algorithm love on this one, that's for sure. But I'm keeping it real, though. I'm keeping it doggone real. So if you notice men out there, either online or offline, treating women bad or stalking women or doing stuff like that, it's because they're men who want to be with men, but they're mad because they don't want to come out yet. Look how beautiful Sky Jackson. What the fuck is he thinking? She's gorgeous and famous. And he just treated her like she's just some average woman. That is a problem. That is a problem. Why? And it's not, you can't say it's a one-off because there's of the famous ladies, I mean, we're talking innumerable unknown, young, beautiful women like this. But for the famous black women, this has been an awful last couple of years. It's like a bandit-thon. It's like my Kiki, Hallie, and now Sky, and I'm sure there's some more. Oh, I mean, we could even say Nicki Minaj was getting that bandit action. We could even say that Riri was getting that bandit action. We could even keep it going. And I mean, I mean, Meg the Stallion was getting that kind of bandit action. These are some of the most beautiful, famous women we got to offer in the United States and in the world. And they still got that. They still got that work. Beatdowns and shootings. That's a... It doesn't matter if they're dark-skinned or an exotical. It doesn't matter. They're getting that work from the bandits. So what are we going to do to stop this banditry? You can't stop a bandit from being a bandit because he's a bandit. He's a bandit. I mean, he's going to either, put a left and right on you, diss you on social media, or put a bullet in your foot. What are you going to, selection's the only thing, and I can't, quite honestly, I cannot help you there because I am a man. I strongly suggest finding there's a lot of therapy channels that don't go up. This has nothing to do, by the way, with being crazy or not. This has to do with finding a certain level of empowerment and strength to say no to bandits. That's all I'm going to say. I am no expert. I cannot tell you what you need to do because I'm a dude. But what I can tell you is that you got to stay away from the dudes. You got to stay away from the down low, possibly down low men. Now, there are some down low men that have not been physical with other men yet, but they're still mentally down low. Let's keep it going.
As usual, people had their own thoughts about this. Like this person who said, I believe it. He walked like he got sugar in his tank, but still gonna need him to drop them receipts. So how we go from him saying he hates her to finding out about his other kids to smoking on Cameron to now almost dying and getting booked in like 36 hours. Another person said, on one hand, I feel bad for Sky Jackson, but on the other hand, I feel she knew exactly what she was signing herself up for when dealing with this man. But now I want to know.
Good point. That's a good point. I mean, I know, there's something about, there's going to be this something about him factor. That needs to be ignored. TK Danes breaks it down perfectly. A man with no purpose outside of 9 to 5 is a useless man. If you get, the one basic rule I can tell you is if you get with a thug, you're going to get thug results. Regardless of your skin tone, regardless of your greatness. If you want to dim your light, get with a thug. I guarantee you it works every time.
Oh, your thoughts. What do y'all think about Sky Jackson's baby daddy?
They won't always make you a baby mama. They will never marry you. And if they did, you're going to be a baby mama when you get a divorce because that's what's up next. There's nothing you can do with a man with this kind of mentality. Nothing. There's nothing except see if he looks good in orange. That's all you're going to find out. Let's get into this. Let's while we're on the power bottoms, let's get into Myron real quick. Here we go. Myron from Fashion Fit. I'm going to play this clip. Check it out.
Don't read him nothing, HT. Tell that to go find it himself.
Let me pause it right there. Just in case you missed that, he said, they're reading nothing. Tell them that effing N-word, okay, Myron's in this group, by the way, to find it himself, okay?
Well, he's the one that's making
listen,
accusations, so I'm
let's
saying
just stick
find
with
it.
the Americans for now.
And then we got this British guy
Naturalization
over
act.
here. Like, bro, or you're with this standard guy. Yo, you're British, right?
That's Myron, who said, "You're British, right?"
Bro,
You don't know.
you
don't know your. You don't know your.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, Myron, you're in a hostile
And I'm not
area,
scared to
bro.
have conversation with you guys because I'm not a pussy.
Okay,
So
well,
you're gonna have to either
you're
kick me
not gonna
out
have a
or whatever.
You're not gonna have a conversation with him. That's what I'm trying
Okay,
to say.
well, this dude's a so whatever. British guy, like, dude, I know you're mad about
Mate,
1776.
black men
Yeah.
are like most
Hey, look.
likely to fuck other black men. You fuck.
Look.
He's not British. He's not British. That's the fucking first mistake you made.
This is a manosphere leader, ladies and gentlemen, being roasted by some hate in a hate group. In a hate group, he's being roasted right now.
He's not British.
I gotta give secret followers.
Oh yeah. I told you he wasn't gonna have a conversation, bro. You just should have bought your
I
time.
had one question. You guys couldn't keep your mouth shut. Forget one question.
What was it?
I wanted to ask him about his boats and hose and shit. He runs party yachts for incel men. You guys got to come correct with some.
If you hear all that pausing you hear, all that glitching you hear is not a glitch. I had to cut out all the cuss words and derogatory words to make it YouTube friendly. And so it's a little bit choppy, folks. It's a little bit choppy.
Thoughtful fucking
All
question.
right.
Fucking
Stern,
amateur.
I'll let him back up here. But only fucking radio gets to
I'm
talk,
sorry,
right?
sir. It's a fucking white space. We know that.
I know.
They're the fucking rules. No niggas.
Tevin says, Torch, it's not always the thugs that do this. It's also the so-called good ones, and many of those men got money. Let's just say got money or make money. Make and got money. Okay. Yeah, it's true. In fact, I'll be rolling some of those out in a minute. Let's go. Let's keep it going with Marvin.
Another day, another fresh and fit video.
Again! You idiots!
Please cue the music. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy YCV Man, and as you've already seen, we have an update on Fresh and Fit. But before we get into it, please do me a favor. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Okay, so this is Watch TV. That's a cool name. Okay, let me go find out what's going on with Myron here. Here we go.
We want to call these fucking Jews. We want to be able to say what the fuck we want to say. We want to call Italians or Indians, but
So Myron is trying to be the most racist black, or whatever he is, in America. He's trying his hardest. Call it self-hate. I mean, it's probably all they'd be above, but let's get back into it. Here we go.
it's all policing. Make racism great again. Make bigotry great again. Make fun of for being stupid. Call them hoes. Call them bimbos. Call them because they fucking are. And we just want to call a spade a spade. All right? So if I got to be the one to fucking be one of the few streamers that says it because all the other ones are scared about losing endorsements and deals, fuck it. It is what it is. I'd rather make less money and say what I want to say than make a bunch of money and always be biting my nails and one.
He's lying. This is just basically his last stand. If he knew he could make more money being a little bit more censored, he would do that. When he first lost his channel, he was begging to YouTube. He was literally selling himself to YouTube. So let's keep this going. Here we go. LOL, funky, yeah, funky and fetish. That's a good one. That is a good. I love everyone getting their money off funky and fetish. Yep. TK Days, that hit it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Whew. Wow. You guys remember when Myron was crying when he first found out that, Fresh and Fit were demonetized on YouTube? You guys remember how he acted and how he was crying? You guys remember that he said,
So I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great. But saving you guys is better.
saving children, that's great, but saving you guys, that's
better.
That's just so much better. And then he
Yeah.
proceeds to walk off and cry like a little bitch. Boy, the times sure have changed, haven't they?
Yeah, they
Because
sure have.
now he's saying he's glad that he's demonetized. He's glad that he can say whatever racial slur that he wants.
Yeah.
He is glad that he has the ability to say whatever racist, bigot comment that pops up in his small little head. He says, I would rather be able to say these things and make less money than be stifled and make more money.
Right.
Look, Fresh and Fit fans, if you are watching this, I don't know about you, but if I was a fan of Myron and I heard him say that, I wouldn't give him any more money. I would no longer support him because that's stupid. You are going to jeopardize your own livelihood and the livelihood of the rest of your staff just so that you can call someone the N-word? Rose.
Over here, what's her name? It's Ruby Rose. No skill either. She goes on the interview. Mike makes a comment about her being like someone else. Oh no, I'm different. F you, bitch. Like every other hair-hatted hooligan, weave warrior. Your hair isn't real. You're a dumb. Your music sucks. No one even knows you're a musician. I have to go on Wikipedia to even find out what the f you really do. No one respects you. No one cares. You're a. Half these OF girls don't have a real audience. It's a bunch of whack it off to you, and you think you have real supporters and fans? Get the f out of here, you. No one respects you. No one cares about you. No one cares what you got to say. You're
Even I know who Ruby Rose is, and I'm not in the time. So, it just goes to show you who he is.
useless. Okay. It's ridiculous. We got guys out here, right? That are out here being farmers.
Okay. So why am I bringing him up? I mean, let me see. Why am I bringing him up? Where's that at? Where is that at? Maybe because Myron is a down low king. He's a down low king. That's why he's doing what he's doing. That's why he's showing hate towards women. Showing hate towards women. Showing hate. And why is he? Honey Bear says, "Why is he's so mad?" Because he's mad. I mean, back in the day, crazy meant mad. Let's see what's on this one.
Over here talking about a problem, then you bring it right back into this whole white thing. Like, dude, shut the fuck up.
This whole
Like,
white thing is what built this country, Myron.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Hey, you
Like,
fucking sand. You sand nigger.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, let me see if it was on this one. I was looking for. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where is it? Okay. I need to find it. I need to find it right now. Hold on one second. Myron. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
Myron Gaines, the poster boy for alpha male tactics and apparently questionable photo ops. Let's dive into the chronicles of Myron.
Here we go. I don't even have to go any further than this. Told you. Again, there's nothing wrong with loving who you want to love. Nothing wrong. Nothing at all. What's wrong, though, is when you show you want grace for your choices. You want grace for your choices, but at the same time, you want to be able to distribute hate. You guys see what I see? It's okay. It's okay to love who you want to love. The problem is when you show hate. When you show hate. Let me hit the link. Let me hit the just in case, let me drop the link. Just in case somebody wants to come up. Better hurry though, because the show's going kind of going quick here, so it's almost been to 2 hours. So anyway, let me get back to this. So anyway, yeah, there's Myron. I mean, and where's Myron at? He's in the manosphere. He is in the manosphere. Nothing wrong with him loving this man here. Nothing. If that's what's going on, by all means, that's your life, not mine. But when you start disrespecting other people for their life choices, straight or not, that's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. So I just wanted to bring that up there. Let's get back to this one. And I think we pretty much got through Myron. And now let's go with yeah. Gotta bring up their supporters. Gotta bring up these down low men supporters. Gotta bring them up. Danica Marie. Gorgeous. Skin tight suits all the time. To bring the men in because she knows that her body will bring them to the yard. And you know what's funny to me? She is a lash queen. I have nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being, wearing lashes. But you know what's funny to me is this is how hypocritical those men are. I guarantee you not. They don't diss her about her lashes. And she's been wearing lashes for a long time. Remember how the men used to get on women for their lashes? They're not getting on OD. They're not giving on OD for her lashes. Let me guess, those are natural lashes, right? Bridget, why is she sitting like that? I don't know. Maybe she's trying to summon. She looks like she's trying to summons, the gods or something.
Women today are so broke that they are literally living out of their cars.
Oh, man. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, the most homeless human being in the United States just happens to be me and my fellow guy. I'm not homeless, but black men, we're the most homeless. I guess she's trying to make homeless men feel better. The homeless men that are probably in her chat. I don't get it. I mean, and she's like, this is living out of their car. Some dudes don't even have a car. I know this because I remember having to drive down to this job and it went through Skid Row. And 90%, no, not 90. I would say, 90% of the inhabitants of Skid Row were men. Were men. Now, this is the same woman who's in the same cahoots and same gang as the men who complain about women getting jobs. I kid you not. I kid you not. Let's see what else she has to say for a minute, and then I'm gonna move on because, He- he- uh, This is dope. Welcome to Tanika's Dope Discussions. Or maybe you could call it Discussions for Dopes. I know that's old school, but hey, I'm just bringing it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. Hey, Chaos Rain Show. Good seeing you. Chaos Rain, you know, the issue, it's not her, it's her show, because basically, you know, she's saying that Black women are going broke and living in cars. The problem is, Chaos Rain Show, is that unfortunately, Black men are more homeless than Black women are. And we should be focusing more on helping those men not be homeless than making up myths. So, yeah, you know, discussions for dopes. She just needs to reverse this, and you know, I'm all for it. I'm here for it. All you red pill dudes, go ahead and give her some love. Go over there. Go over there. And I dare you to talk about her lashes. Go over there, and I dare you to talk about her lashes. Don't talk about her lashes, because you talk about other women's lashes, but you might as well keep the hypocrisy going and go to her channel and don't talk about her lashes. So let's see what she's saying. Let's see what she's saying.
Have a lot of women out there with this hard dose of reality. Yeah, you're living way above your means, ma'ams. Yeah, all of this fronting and pretending and stunting like you're that girl.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I just had to stop it because it's just so funny to me that she's really giving a speech that really fits men better. You know, it fits men better. I mean, she needs to give the men this speech if she really wants to help them. You know, that's what's going down. Chaos Rain Show says, men always been homeless in America. Not gonna change that anytime soon, George. Bars. I agree. I couldn't agree more. Bridget says, just leave the men just leave the men alone. You don't have to delete them. Here we go. So yeah, I just wanted to, I mean, it's okay. I missed her. And I wanted to get her in the mix. And I think I did. And I just wanted to say, guys, do not go over to her channel talking about her lashes. It will be hypocritical that you did that, but don't do it. It's rude. It's mean. It's rude. It's mean. It's rude. It's mean, because basically what it is that, let's face it, fellas, you were only talking about lashes because you wanted to get another one in. You wanted to put that work in on Black women and non-Black women and mixed women. That's basically what you wanted to do, because you hate women. Your preference is men. Your preference is men. Let me go with this one. Here we go, folks. This is from Priscilla. Let me fast forward past that. And get in a minute.
Drama going on TikTok right now between a Kenyan woman and passport bros in Kenya, or a particular passport
Yes,
bros.
I can't leave out the passport bros. Passport bros, here we go.
I may say. So it all started with this video that kind of went viral. Take a look.
There's a group of Black American men who have been creating content about life in Kenya, and they're encouraging other men to leave the US and come settle down in Kenya for many reasons, including the obvious ones. Weather is great, it's not so expensive compared to the US, people are friendly, but more importantly, they're encouraging men to move to Kenya because of the women. They're calling Africa and especially Kenya the hope for masculinity and a man's paradise. This is
hope for masculinity. So you have to go fly on and get on a plane to a beautiful country, by the way. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see you there, Darnell. I don't see you in the back. Wait, Darnell, I don't see you in the back. Let me put the link down again. Maybe there's something going on this side. Okay. Click on that one more time. Okay, definitely want to get your input. Here we go.
Kenyan women, number one, are very beautiful and attractive, but more than this, they say that women in Kenya are very feminine, soft, and submissive.
The thing is, Kenyan women are so soft and kind and feminine.
They're being treated like kings here without even having to put in so much effort, that they only need to send text messages at the right time, and these women, we women, are melting in their arms.
My experience, they kind of just melt in your arms. They kind of just fall in your arms. I don't really have to do much. I don't have to put in that much effort. The most effort that I have to put in is to send messages accordingly at the correct times of the day and be consistent with messaging. As long as you do that, I don't see how you can not be successful.
Their main challenge is actually having to say no, picking and choosing, because the options of good women are too many. The applications are too many. They cannot believe it because they say women in Kenya exist in their femininity naturally.
I'll be honest with you. The most probably difficult thing you'll probably deal with here when it comes to dating is to not accept everybody that comes their way.
Now, if you're wondering what a passport bro is, take a look at this video.
Passport bro math is when a guy leaves a Western country because apparently all Western women are gold diggers. But then when he gets to that third world country, the first thing he does is he leads with his wallet.
I think after that video went viral, this lady from Kenya decided to come out and let them know why the women may be behaving like that over there towards them. Take a look.
There's a bunch of Black American men that have settled in Nairobi or settling in Nairobi, and they're making content around Kenyan women being soft, feminine, sweet, and they are being treated like kings compared to how they are being treated in America. And as a Kenyan woman, I'll be honest, is the money, bro. Is the dollar that you came with from US that is giving you that level of treatment.
That's funny. Well, Darnell, I'm still looking for you. I don't know why I don't see you in the back. What's going on here? Okay, maybe I got the wrong button pressed or something. Hold on one second. Add scene. Is that it? Camera, media, countdown. Nope. That's not it. I know it's not demo. No, that's not it. Okay. Let me see here, Darnell. I'm working on it. Let me try. I need a new link, so I'm going to refresh. Retreating. Okay, Darnell, let's try this one. This is a new link. There's a new link. Here we go. Boom. Okay.
Let the dollar run out, Troy. Let the money run out. That's when you will find out that Kenyan women can also be rude and disrespectful. You want to play with Nairobi dating scenes with no finance, Troy? It's not the accent that is sustained that relationship. It's not the bling bling. It's not the dreadlocks. It's not the fact that you're saying you're related to Kanye West. It's not the fact that you're saying you're former producer of Drake. It's not the fact that you're saying that you know Beyonce from the blog. No. It's not the hip hop songs. It's the fact that you came with a dollar sign. Let the money run out. That's when you will find out that in Kenya, money speaks multiple languages. I know they're not telling you the truth. It's not because because you have the most charming personality. It's not the fact that you have a nice accent and you have, nice culture. Leroy, is the dollar. When the dollar runs out, that's when you'll find out the truth.
Yeah. So after her video also went viral, this guy decided to respond to her, right? Because he said that he's not going to tolerate any disrespect. Take a look.
All right. Darnell, are you there?
Yes, sir, I am.
Right on. Okay, I'm gonna let this young lady break down this argument with Passport Bros, and then let's catch up. Here we go.
Of course, we selling in Nairobi, and we dominating too. See, I don't know what it is, but it seems like people
Seems like he was probably in. Let me just shut up. I'm just gonna let it roll. Here we go.
always got something to say about us. We just minding our business. But now you done woke up the beast. Lady, you talking all this mess inside of a $200 apartment. You should be lucky that Passport Bros are here to save your ass. The average Passport Bro that's traveling is making anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 a month.
A month. That is a bald-faced lie. If you were making $5,000, let me go back on this because this is very important here. This is very important. And I want to show you why down low men lie. Okay.
Of course, we selling in Nairobi and we dominating too. See, I don't know what it is, but it seems like people always got something to say about us. We just minding our business. But now you done woke up the beast. Lady, you talking all this mess inside of a $200 apartment. You should be lucky that Passport Bros are here to save your ass. The average Passport Bro that's traveling is making anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 a month.
If you're making $5,000 to $15,000 a month, okay, you're working a full-time job, number one. Number two, if you're making that kind of money, then why are you flying off somewhere else to save money? That's the question I got. Darnell, what do you think?
Well, I believe the $5,000 mark. I mean, that is pretty reasonable nowadays because you're only talking at $5,000 a month. You're only talking 60 grand a year, and I believe as of 2013, the average income now it has gone up to, I believe it's 75,000. That's the national average now.
Right. For all men, right?
Yes. Well, men and women. So
okay,
that
didn't
includes
Kevin Samuel
women.
say that black men average around $43,000 a year?
Yes, but you got to understand that was a couple years ago. Kevin Samuels passed away, I believe, in 22.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So in 23, as you know, they do a census every 10 years, and household income, it is estimated that it's gone up. And again, that's black, white, Hispanic, doesn't matter. Men, women, doesn't matter. But it's on average now about 75,000. So I do believe now blacks are still on the low end of the totem pole, unfortunately. I believe I saw numbers, I believe it was 56,000. So the average black person makes about 56,000 a year.
Okay, I'm reading this over here. It says the average salary in the United States in 2024 is $6,000, which you said, $60,000, which you said. Factors can impact the salary, including age, location, skill level, and years of experience, of course. I guess this is the weekly amount. This must be weekly, right? Yeah, weekly earnings. Black men average $935 a week. 48. So that's probably let's give them some love and say that's $1,000 a week, making it $4,000 a month, making it $4,800 a year. I mean $448,000 a year. Correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
So as far as we are concerned, we are not making $5,000. We're making $4,000, which is not so far off, right? I mean, but we're definitely not making $5,000, and we're definitely not making $12,000 a year. I mean, $12,000 a month. That's for sure.
Yeah, that is kind of. I mean, there might be a few, but it's few and far between.
Right. So yeah. So there's the facts, people. You know, there's the facts. So let's see what else this guy has to say. Here we go.
We don't need you. You need us. Let's get this clear. We set the trend. We don't follow the trend. So there's a lot of negativity, brothers. And if these women keep talking negative about us, let's just leave and see them scrape.
That's what they've been trying to do for a year, bro. They, believe it or not, the women in Africa never liked these dudes. They have been on the passport bros more than probably any other country. They've been roasting them ever since, you know, Austin Holloman did his recon job over there. So I don't see why this guy has this ego. It appears that, I mean, number one, the overall economy in these other countries is different. So it's not like they might, he was trying to diss her for $200 apartment, but that might be just fine. He's over there for a $200 apartment because he can't afford to spend $2,000 on an apartment. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, my apologies for interrupting. I was going to just say I've been to Nairobi myself. I went for vacation back in 2015. Or I'm sorry, no, 2016. And I got to say, I'm not going to lie. That cost of living, there's something to be said about that cost of living. It's dirt cheap over there. Now, you will have issues. They did have a hard time keeping water, the water on down there. So went through periods without running water, which kind of sucked on my vacation. But yeah. As far as cost of food, food is dirt cheap. And I ain't gonna lie, that their produce is a lot better over there too.
Right.
It just tastes sweeter.
Yeah, it's because there's no, and that's the trade-off you get. You can call them third world, whatever you want to, but everything's natural. And when you think about it like this, you think about it like this, Darnell. Would you like to have a healthy life or a rich life? It really comes down to that. I don't know about you, but health is a high value to me.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I guarantee you, if you look at probably the average, well, let me not even get into it. But yeah, let's think about it like this. The king of the passport bros is and will always be Austin Holloman, whether he wants to admit it or not. And when he came home from this situation, he went to live with his mom. And they don't get along at all.
Oh, yeah, I saw that tape.
So it was a financial component. So it's not like these passport bros are running around here with a lot of money. And I'm saying that not so much for everybody who knows, but those young ladies who don't know. Because basically, if you have money, you not only do you get a place, but you arrange for a place to live when you come back to the States. Now, he ended up leaving anyway, but he didn't have no money. He could have stayed at what do they call it? Those vacation stay ritzy places that cost like I don't know, $2,000 every week. He could have stayed there if he was really rolling in money, but he wasn't. And that's Austin Holloman. This is right now. I got some dude on the screen who we don't even know who the hell he is. But let's let him break it down. Let's let him break down the whole passport bro life.
You know, most of these women been living in huts anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I bet he was living in a jail cell, to be honest with you. So let's see what else he's going to say.
Here's the deal, bro. Our social economic standing is so high, we shouldn't even tolerate this bullshit.
Social economic standing. Oh man, okay, now come see, now he just is just throwing it out there. It's hey, you know, the Chaos Rain show says, I got my passport, DJ Torch. Hey, it's okay to have a passport. It's different being a passport bro, you know, like this dude here.
Yeah, I mean, these like I said, I never did particularly care for the passport bros. I mean, yeah, I mean, I myself, I'm a black man. I have a passport, and yes, I love to travel. I have dated women overseas. I've been engaged to a woman overseas. You know, but I've always had something against the passport because I already knew that this was going to happen. In fact, you know, I spoke about it on another channel last week. You know, I spoke on it, and we were talking like, hey, man, I sounded the alarm last year. My very first appearance on Razor Rays, my very first one.
Razor Rays.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Razor Rays. And I showed up on there for the very first time, and I told Razor how I felt about the passport bros. I'm like, what's gonna happen is they're gonna ruin it for everybody, and we're seeing that. We saw that with last year with Austin Holloman. You know, when he got thrown out of Brazil, the women started to band together, start telling their horror stories, and
yeah.
You see the
Pirello this year.
And
PORN bombed himself. Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? I mean, that. And then he lost his job. Did you hear about that? Jay Rello losing his job. He had a.
Oh my God, that guy is the poster child of stupid.
I mean, how do you? I mean, it's like all that for another day with his lover or whoever. You know what I mean? That's just crazy to me. I mean, why?
And he brought his grandmother into it too. That's the sad part. I mean, and then you're gonna post it live, talking about I'm gonna sue the company for firing me and stuff. I'm gonna sue them. I'm like, what are you gonna sue them for? You just admitted that you lied to your employer.
Right.
You had an unexcused absence.
Right.
They told you don't leave. You know, you need to be here at work. You chose not to.
Yeah. Then he has nerve to film his employer. Anyway, let's dive back and see what this dude's gonna say. Here we go.
People got a lot of stuff to say about passport bros, but I'm here to tell y'all, passport bros are here to save y'all ass. And if y'all don't know, y'all better understand this. If you don't understand anything else.
So that's really respectful. So that's the thing is, how can you call yourself a high value man when you're insulting somebody, reducing the amount of value that you have? Because value to a woman is being treated good. Some of it's financial, but what good is it if you're getting hands and feet put on you or insults put on you?
Be careful for what you say to a person that can control your whole economic foundation. Y'all better be careful, because one thing about me,
control somebody's economic foundation when you're traveling there. You're not living there. You're not like, boosting the economy, not for any type of ruining economies. Yeah, that's the funny part. See, this is where somebody is like they're narc. I call it narking out, because he's thinking he's more valuable than he actually is.
Me is that I'm the final boss and I don't tolerate. So you women better recognize right now.
Notice Darnell, earlier today we were going over the gayness of down low men, and one of the things we brought up was that down low men tend to show a negative or a lower value towards women because they're getting dick. You know, if a man who is, you can call him either gay, bi, whatever, it doesn't matter. You know, if he's getting dick when he wants dick, he's not going to be respecting women as much because he feels he can get what he actually really wants elsewhere. And it's funny because a lot of times women go back and forth about preference, when actually at the end of the day, the preference is men. I mean, it's not, look, I can't make this stuff up. It's like this. And this is the argument I have is like in the manosphere, if men have made it clear they respect and love and show kindness to each other a lot more than women, they do women. I'm not going to say all of manosphere because, you know, there's some manosphere that they actually go over on how to improve yourself. I think you and I have talked over this where there's a percentage, not very big, but a percentage of men who actually want to improve themselves.
At this point, I'll just be honest with you, DJ Torch. From what I can see, they're all frauds. I'm sorry, and I'm a manosphere guy. I'm a red pillar. They're all damn frauds. I mean, it starts out as wanting to improve men, but at the end of the day, you're literally just supporting their lifestyle. You got a bunch of brainless, mindless zombies supporting grown ass men. I've never seen men simping over men until the red pill came out.
Yeah.
You know,
hey, Darnell, they used to shame me for giving women super chats when I was like, you know, just, you know, getting into YouTube a little bit. They used to shame me for giving women super chats. I kid you not. So it just shows you, you know, the amount of level of simping they do. Shy girl in the house, good seeing you.
Oh, I got cussed out by Donovan Sharp. I ain't lying. He matter of fact, I'm banned from his chat.
Yep, Bridget says they get off the plane and find a new ego, and I guess they do. But yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah. Then you look at you seen. I don't know if you had heard this about Andrew Tate, but he came out with that coin. He's trying to rip. He's trying to rip off the men he's allegedly trying to save. He's trying to rip them off. Did you see the report with CoffeeZilla?
Wait, sorry to interrupt for 1 second. I'd like to wish Shy Girl a nice evening. It's good seeing you. Thanks you for coming through, Shy Girl. Say it again. I'm sorry.
CoffeeZilla did a piece on Andrew Tate exposing his. Andrew Tate came out with a coin or some kind of crypto or something. You know, the whole thing is a scam. It's a pump and dump scheme.
Oh my God. Did you see that? Did you see that video on him saying he was all innocent and stuff? That was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally, never mind. He just put it this way. He lied. I think I put it in one of the other videos anyway. Eden Adele says, Passport Bros' most significant export is debauchery. They do nothing to enhance the culture or local economy. The only thing they increase is STI infection rates and fatherless children. And no marriages. Yeah, no marriage for sure. So yeah, that's the point. I mean, I remember, I don't know if you saw that thing where there was a young kid. He must have been like 21, 22, 23. He passport broed in Japan, and he got an STD, but he still slept with other women when he had an STD.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Remember? Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. So anyway, let me keep playing this. Here we go.
Dealing with the final boss. Sharper than a razor, baby. Don't play with me. I'm everything your man could want to be. I'm tall, I'm handsome, I'm fit, I'm rich. I got the education, and I'm from America. So level up.
If you have if he really truly had everything that he said he has, then he wouldn't have to bother to go anywhere for women. This guy is a pathological liar. If you take what he says and you rewind it, it will come out. This is what they usually do. This is what usually happens.
No, touch that. Touch that. And
Somebody once told me, why pay with cash when you can pay with lies?
Basically, what this says is Pastor Bros refused to pay Dominican woman after dating her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. $5,000 to $12,000 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to pay. I don't need. Do I need a list? Is there anything else out here? Let's kick this in. Here we go. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
She said something. She ain't get no money. She lying?
Shout out to Indiana mom. Her girl graduated with a degree in zoology. Here we go.
Mami, mentira, tu mentira. Let me see, mami. Let me see your pockets.
So you see what the fuck we wake up
This
into?
is what they do. This is what happens all the time. This is a high value man. Man. Okay, enough of that. Because I got more here. I got more here. This is the value.
He's gonna pat you down one more time.
Of the high value man.
Stop! You're gonna get chased! Stop!
Let me show you some protection and provision too.
Officer Catherine Word were dispatched to check on an accident at Philadelphia Drive. The scene they arrived at was far from ordinary. A gray four-door Chrysler was pressed up against a cement wall. Inside, the male driver, who was later identified as Dracian E. Green, appeared alert, at least physically. However, the woman beside him was in a far more dire condition. And disturbingly, it wasn't because of the crash alone.
I'm going to have an extended mix of this later on our Crime Sundays. But basically, at the end of the day, what happened was this. I got to save that. I got so many more. This is what happened. This is what happened at the end. So he put this young lady's life in danger by driving under the serious influence. And this.
Yeah, give me just a second.
So we're checking out what's this.
There's a bullet.
It's over with, ain't it?
Huh?
It's over.
Yeah, you're going to jail. Is this your purse?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're good to go. And that's your phone, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You need anything else out of that car? It's getting towed.
No, but what are you guys charging him with?
A bunch of stuff.
She said, "Are you guys going to charge him with anything?" And they said a bunch of stuff. And I mean, let's break it down. Let's break it down some more. Here we go.
A lot of gun charges.
A lot of gun charges?
He had a gun, yes.
Oh, God.
And then also the obstruction from running from us.
So we were in a chase?
No. When we got him out of the car, he tried to run.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Who is he to you?
It's my boyfriend.
How long y'all been together?
We have 5 months.
5 months? Okay. Well, if I were you, I'd find a new boyfriend.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
He said, well, who was he to you? She said, my boyfriend. He says, for how long? She says, for 5 months. He then says, you need to find a new boyfriend. Oh man, Darnell, I'm sorry, but that's just funny to me, but straight up. You cannot say that is not bad. That is not bad advice at all.
No, it's damn good. I mean, it's obvious he's going away for a while. So
yeah, here we go. Yeah, TK Days, find a new man. This ain't it.
Do what? Step on out, man. Huh?
It's cool. It's cool. Just kill it, dude.
No, I can't yet.
Tuck away my nose. All right, what are we working on my face?
I'll get you once we get in here.
If you sold something, you got some too.
Do me a favor, real quick. Put your head up on the smell on me. Right behind you.
My handcuffs still? Right here?
Yeah, put your head up against that man.
They're on my hand?
Your head.
On my hand?
Yeah. I ain't got nothing else on you, right? You got anything else? It's gonna be another charge.
Not that I know of.
Not that you know or you don't.
Not that I know of.
After being medically cleared, Green was transported and booked into Montgomery County Jail. He was charged with obstructing official business, resisting arrest, carrying a concealed weapon, having weapons while under the influence, using weapons while intoxicated, improper handling of firearms, possession of a controlled substance, OVI, operating a vehicle impaired, under the influence of alcohol. It's safe to say that Green won't be seeing the outside of a prison cell anytime soon.
Mr. Foolgayzee himself is about to get his.
Wait, let me see.
Eat his own brother's ass. I was like, yo, that's hilarious.
And how he's trying to spin it though. He's trying to spin like he was finna beat us up. Like, bro, it's on camera, bro.
It's on camera.
It's literally on camera, bro. Like he was finna put hands on you, not us. We was chilling. You see me look at his brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because his brother is sitting there like, bro, you tripping, bro. You saying dumb stuff. I'm looking at his brother. So that's when I look at his brother. We're gonna play it some more.
Think about it, right? We only have words. Yo, Cliff, chill. Cliff, chill. Nah, chill. I don't care what you talking about, bro. Chill.
See, he said if his brother was about to fight my brother, I don't care what you talking about. Chill. Okay.
Then Foolgayzee tried to spin this by saying his big brother was trying to fight Jeremy's brother. But even Ray Charles can see the only person nervous was him.
Yeah, I know you big bro, but chill, dog. You my brother, chill. In the back, chill, bro. Really. You see, really, you don't even know what's going on. It's way above you. Way above you right now, bro.
Way disrespectful, bro. It's way above you. He trying to call his own brother dumb.
Bro, and that's why his brother got mad.
Yeah.
If his brother was just disagreeing with what he was saying, which prompted him to say, bro, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. It's way above you. It's way above you.
Yeah.
That set his brother off. How was his brother finna beat me and my brother up? Now watch when his brother walked toward the camera. It's a quick shot, but he took it off me so fast that I'm still sitting there chilling. He's not, how he gonna beat my brother? He finna beat my brother up, but he walking towards you finna fight you. Let's see. Let's see now.
Bro, I don't care about none of that. Let this rock, bro. Chill. You in the back, chill. Throw the camera on me. We gotta end it right here.
He was trying to avoid getting his ass beat on camera.
So basically, as you see, this is no Fugazi, y'all. Part 2. We went over a little bit, but there's a little bit more. Me, Colombia, in that house. And so basically, let me play a little bit more of this. Here we go.
It was a smart thing to do, but the cameras kept rolling.
So at the end of the day, right now, we about to end the podcast because it's whatever.
What?
Nah, Cooley. I know he didn't say what I think he just said.
It's whatever.
Yes, he said S my D, didn't he, Darnell?
Yep, he said it.
And you know what's funny to me? I look, back in the day, men used to use that term, but it means something different now. It's an offer these days. So I don't know why he said that to his brother. I guess he is his. Is it that his blood brother or what?
I think so. I'm not sure. At least I want to say at least half brother. He does acknowledge him as a sibling. So
That's. I mean, listen here. Listen.
Isn't from up north. I'm from New York. I think Fugazi is from Jersey. My bad, I just Googled it. He's from Pennsylvania. But long story short, people from up north, we don't play those dick jokes.
No diddy.
That's what I mean. And that's what I'm going to say. They don't play those.
Say the words, we don't do the hand signals. You saying suck my dick is the equivalent to somebody white calling you a nigger. Yeah, it's that real. I've seen guns get drawn over it, instant fights break out, so big bro was really trying to fight.
It is.
That nigga suck my
Look, somebody said I was quiet. Yeah, because he ain't talking to me.
He ain't talking to him. Why he gonna say something?
Well, I need to help him.
Yeah, y'all should have helped him. I mean, I wouldn't have helped him, but I'm too damn pretty to be fighting.
Nigga, please. That was a good one. Let me go fast forward on this. So basically, I'll tell you why I brought this up in a minute here. But remember Khalid?
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back.
Okay, let me go forward.
And
so Khalid came out.
Read,
whoever the hell he is.
I'll post it on the screen. BITCH ASS Ninja lied and said that I broke into his house because I didn't want him. And as you can see, Khalid is resting his head on this man's chest. Okay. Now, just because another man rests his head gently on some other man's chest does not mean that he's one of the kids. But we all gonna have some questions if we see a man resting his, if it ain't father, son, okay, if it ain't cousin, something like that, you know what I'm saying? If they ain't related, we gonna have some questions. Why are you resting your head on that man's chest? And then he also came back and he tweeted, I was dating this dumb ASS singer. He's ugly as F. But he tried to set me up and lie and say I broke into his house because I broke up with him. Like, why would I go to your house and do all that if I broke up with you, dumb ASS? And so now Khalid has basically come out and confirmed that he is one of the kids. I got outed and the world still continues to turn. Let's get this straight, LMAO. I'm not ashamed of my sexuality. In reality, it's nobody's business, but I'm okay with me. Love y'all.
Now, the only problem that with this, well, good for Khalid coming out, right? But at the same time, he only came out because he got caught. What do you think, Darnell?
More than likely, a lot of times, the guys that like to, live in the closet, like, I guess, you got some guys that are just too scared to come out, or and then I guess you got guys that, want to come out on their own terms. Maybe he wanted to come out on his own term. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with this guy, so I can't say one way or another. But definitely, I don't think he was ready to come out. I'll say that.
Yeah, that is so true. Now let's jump back into, Fugazi for 1 second here.
That's number one thing. Don't be promiscuous at all. Posting thirst traps, you'll hit it, but you're probably not gonna wife you up.
Okay, why do you allow your woman to show her ass and her titties on her IG, where the top 10 or 8 videos are her showing her titties or showing her ass? Why that? Answer the question.
Okay, so Fatty, so I already answered that question, Fatty.
No, you didn't.
Now my
Why
question
do
for
you
you
allow
is,
your
do
woman-
you have a woman, Fatty?
No.
What?
And why don't you have a woman?
Why is that the question?
Because I read the
Notice how that's a narcissistic trick right there, where the guy asked him a direct question about why he has no problem with his own girlfriend, not even a wife, who he just put a baby in, showing her her T and A, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he's on here talking shit about women who do that.
I mean,
and that was before. I don't know if this is before, during, or after the time that he dissed baby, single mothers. Though the woman he's dating was a single mother when he met her, and then he made her even a more single mother by putting a kid in her without marrying her. What's your thoughts? Break it down for me.
So I was actually on that live, the very same live that you got playing there. Basically, no Fugazi. I hate even using it. I mean, he's all Fugazi. That's what he should have changed his name to. But all that guy does is he deflects, use shaming tactics, calls everybody low IQ. He called me low IQ. And I just asked him a simple question. Hey, do you deny saying you were high value man, this and that? Now, technically, I did go back and play the tape, and technically he's not wrong. He never did actually say I'm high value, but he implied it.
Yeah, he implied it. He said he was top
single
tier.
then cuffing a woman.
He was top tier, which is equivalent.
Yes. And so one of the things I noticed about him, he's like a snake. He always he leaves himself some wiggle room, to get out. So you can't hold him to his words.
Right. He's like a greasy snake. So they're harder to hold.
Yes.
So anyway, Quita's in the house. It's good seeing Quita.
With 2 kids by white men.
Just when we thought this whole no Fugazi situation couldn't get any worse, it gets worse. So apparently no Fugazi, he's taking upon himself to make a mockery of the situation of him being a hypocrite. So now his woman is embarrassing him. Y'all, look at this video right here.
We got Fatty in here. Let's bring up Fatty and then we're going to end it. Okay, Fatty, welcome to No Fugazi Podcast. Welcome back, brother. You here again, round 2.
So you said to the person before you that you are a thought leader. Is that correct?
No, he said that I'm a thought leader.
Do you agree with him?
A thought leader? I never had much time to think on those things.
Yes,
but what's up? Get to your point.
Yeah, because you called me low IQ the last time, right? And my question today is a little bit different, right? How do you feel when you come on this podcast and you tell every single woman that they shouldn't sexualize themselves on the internet, and the top 10 posts that your wife has on her IG is showing her ass or her titties?
Damn. Got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
Another contradiction.
Bars. So I think did he use something weird like exception to the rule or something?
Like, how do you?
No, not at all. So what I tell women is
that's what he did. He said she's in the exception to the rule. Some stupid.
Yes, he did. But the only thing is with that, I think I think he told a half truth. Basically, she's an exception to the rule because she happens to be a white single mother, not a black single mother.
Everything, yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's what I'm just noticing. It's not just him, but Donovan Sharp did the same thing.
Yeah,
he said, "Don't wife up single moms." That's what he said.
Unless they're white.
Unless they're white,
That's the caveat. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, that's why I call that's why I call these guys frauds. And what really pissed me off? It's not even these creators. What really pisses me off are the mindless drones that they're sheep. They can't even think for themselves. It's like, man, how many times has this man got to lie? I mean, matter of fact, I was on Fatty's show. Yeah, I mean, not to criticize that guy, because him and I just had a disagreement, but I had used the term, but I had asked a question. Actually, Fatty had asked a question about, it was about female red pill content creators, and everybody on the panel said there shouldn't be female, they basically referred to them as grifters. And I brought up a point that, well, it's not just them. You got men that are grifting. Let's face it. Right. There's men that aren't living up to the standard. This is before Fugazi, or at least this whole thing came out. And one guy argued with me about that and said, and he brings up the Catholic Church. Yep. Which we all know the scandal with the Catholic Church. But the thing is, the Catholic Church was eventually held accountable for what they did. My question was, what about the red pill content creators? These guys preach about accountability. I learned about accountability through the red pill content. But where is it when Fresh gets a pro pregnant?
Right.
When Donovan Sharp says single moms are recreational use only, and then marries a single mom. Now Fugazi,
Yeah.
It's just the same thing over and over, and it comes to a point that we have to look at ourselves and say, okay, we screwed up. And rather than say, hey, I made a mistake,
right?
It's always you're low IQ. You double down.
Yeah.
Yeah, blame everybody else.
Yeah.
And blames everybody else. And now the red pill people are leaving the red pill in droves.
Shout out to Wise Seeking Knowledge in the house. It's good seeing you. Let me keep this going. Let's see what else is going to happen here.
This when they're on a podcast, right? And they're asking, you got to get the full context. Podcast, and they're like, I'm looking for this type of man, this type of man.
What kind of context do you need when your woman is half naked on the screen, showing off her, definitely showing off her whatever you would call it. Let's keep it going though. Here we go.
That type
now,
of
remember
man.
Now, she's not a preference. She's an exception to the rule. She's an exception to the rule.
And I want something true in a real relationship. I don't want anything that's just sexual. I want long-term, not short-term, right? And what I tell these women,
but he went and put a short-term baby in her. That's what he did.
When I give them a general response, how most men, right, is going to look at it. As a female, this is a little game for you ladies. One, you just got to understand what men want. We don't want hoes. That's number one thing. Don't be promiscuous at all. Posting thirst traps, you'll hit it, but you're probably not going to wife you up. Other thing.
Probably not going to wife you up. That's what he said, right? And
well,
did he wife her up?
Nope. At least he was honest there.
Didn't wife her up after, giving him his seed. I mean, giving him a child. I mean, the thing is this. We have to give it to her. She's a doggone decent looking woman. So what's the problem? If she's fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive and giving him a kid when he wants one, even though he doesn't commit, I mean, what more can a woman do for him? And it just shows you how fraudulent these men are. Because you're right. I mean, and we don't have to even stop at Donovan Sharp. There's even somebody after him, So basically the thing is this: they talk a good game, but they don't live a good life. That's how how I see it.
Yeah, I equate it to a preacher going to the casino or the strip club or bar on a Friday and then coming into church on Sunday talking about y'all need to get saved.
Right. Yeah, they all need to get saved so he could save their money and go back to the casino.
Exactly.
The last shall be first is in the house. Okay, here we go, folks.
We will hit it, but we're probably not gonna wife you up. For y'all that don't know, this is his girl right here. This is his girl right here on their TikTok page. They have like a joint TikTok page, him and his girl. That's why it says Cooley and Sarah right here. This is his girl. Comment below. Are these classified as thirst traps? I'll tell you right now. If my lady
thirst traps. Those are thirst traps. Yes.
He was on TikTok, on Instagram, showing her chest like this, we're gonna have to talk about it. You know what I mean? All due respect to my lady, she understands, she knows what kind of man I am, you know what I mean, and how I feel about my lady's body being out there, but we gonna have to talk about it, you know what I mean? Like, this right here, that's a thirst trap, bro. This is a thirst trap. What is the purpose?
They ain't perfect and still gonna go raw and make another broken home. Bars.
Purpose. But what is the purpose? Okay, she's showing clothes. How is this appropriate?
Thing is, we want a girl to be submissive. If you don't want to follow our lead, it's gonna be cool. We'll hit it. We'll be in a relationship for a couple years, maybe if the poon good, but we're not gonna elevate you to wifey level.
But wait, that he said it, so he's already telling that woman that he's not gonna marry her. Put a baby in her and everything. That's the funny thing. There should be a law that if you make somebody pregnant, you have to marry them. I know it sounds crazy, but I think there should be a crazy law like that. It's the only way that's the only way you're going to slow men down from doing stuff like that.
Well, what it used to be was, the girl's father used to show up with a shotgun and what we going to do about this?
Exactly that. Angela Reddick says, in the DL man's mind, he solidifies his heterosexual image when he has the wife or woman when he has the wife or woman, the children, and the house with the white picket fence. Right. All a cover. I mean, and think about it. It's not about her really being Caucasian, but she's a very decent looking woman doing exactly what he wants. And even that she's not even, even with all those qualities, the nature of him and men like him is just to go ahead and just not marry, no matter what. See, this is the point I'm trying to make, is it doesn't matter what you do for these men. It even goes beyond race. It goes beyond race, no matter, even when they get the woman of their dreams in the race of their dreams, they're not going to do anything for them. They're just going to put a baby in you and move on. That's how I see it.
Yeah. And I just want to say for the record that I don't have an issue, with him dating a white woman. I'm not against, interracial relationships, if that's your thing. But the only thing I'm going to say is don't sit up here and talk about baby mamas are for
right.
recreational use only, because what you're really saying is that don't date when you're doing what he's doing, what No Fugazi and Donovan Sharp are doing. What you're really saying is you're really bashing black women, and I'm just gonna come out and say it.
Right.
I don't care who comes after me for it, but we got to call a spade here, okay?
Yeah.
You're up here dating and wifing up single moms. They just happen to be a different skin color. Fresh got a pro from Asia pregnant. When they tell you, stop impregnating 304s.
Yep.
You literally got one pregnant.
That is just straight up crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Why Seeking Knowledge breaks it down like this. This discussion about males is quite redundant. The audacity they possess is truly incredible. We need to drop the in with these fools. The true real men need the distinction. Males, they are. Yep. True the distinction, the males they are. Okay, here we go.
He been with Shorty for 7 years.
There's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer.
Should a man care about what his woman wears?
Come on, bro.
No. Oh my Lord. No.
Do y'all want that man to protect and provide for you?
Hell yeah. For sure. Yes.
All right. Part of the man protecting you is understanding that the world doesn't owe you understanding.
True.
Meaning that there are bad apples out there of men and women. So a man having a standard of a dress code for his woman when she's going out in public is part of him protecting you from yourself of things that you may not even be aware of.
Bro, do you see these videos that this dude has on his TikTok? He's really giving women advice on what and what not to post on a TikTok on the internet. Meanwhile, y'all are using your wife's ass for views.
Basically, he's pimping his wife. Yes, he's basically pimping his wife. And he's not even his wife. He's not married to her.
Nope.
Clicks. Y'all, that is the basis of these videos. Let's not play stupid. Or everybody that's watching my videos, I see the age range. It's like 27 to 35. And let's clap it up for y'all. Now I mean, because there ain't nothing but grown folks that watch my videos. Bro, y'all are using your wife's ass to get views. Y'all remember back in the day, we do all them pranks on YouTube and stuff, like the "Let's Do It" prank, and then the girl
says, since we're talking about reckless single mother makers, shout out to Cam Newton, who we had on the show earlier. I mean, not on the show, but we played this clip on the show earlier. And Nick Cannon. Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of takes a close, like dudes was using their girl to get views. Like they'll have their girl tooted up in the thumbnail, something crazy. Bro, you're doing the same exact thing. All the videos that y'all make together, you are okaying them after y'all make them. You are watching them after you make them. Know what I mean? Y'all got dudes walking by her. Look at this video right here. This dude stopped and looked at his shorty's ass. You know what I mean? All for a video. And you telling these other girls something? Bro, what?
Exactly. I mean, I've seen more of her butt than I've seen of him. Quita Ward breaks it down. My cousin hated black women so much. This is coming from Quita Ward, until he had a white girlfriend who looked like a natural-born meth head. We met her when he died. Wow. Yep. That hatred is real.
That there are bad apples out there of men and women. So a man having a standard of a...
Bro, all for a video, you had a man walk by your girl and look at her ass for a video?
I know.
This is the woman you have mad respect for, that you've been with for 7 years.
I mean, bro, that makes it even more of an insult. He's been with her for 7 years, right? And never even married her. That's crazy. That just shows you. I'm waiting for the no foolgayzee video to come out. I know somewhere down, because I mean, to me, it's like this. She may or may not be a good woman. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The fact is that he had enough. He's been around her for 7 years. There's nothing good on not marrying somebody for 7 years, especially when they had your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, just nothing. I mean, so I'm waiting that we're going to see later on a video of him being exposed, just like Myron was exposed. And I believe that's why he's still with her now, is because she'll tolerate that shit. That's my thinking. That's my theory, anyway.
You heard the rumor about his girl, right?
Mm-mm.
So there, supposedly, She actually has a boyfriend, supposedly.
You mean she has a boyfriend in addition to being with him?
So what some people speculate again, keep in mind it's just a rumor, but what some people speculate is that Myron's not really the boyfriend. He's just, I guess like they've called Tree 411 did a video on it. They call her, his beard, and
Oh, okay.
that's what again rumors, but so I guess there was photos where she kisses a guy on the cheek or something like that, and holding hands with a guy. According to Myron, that was her brother, but some people say otherwise.
All right, so I'm going to play some Kendra G here. Here we go, folks.
Are you here to cut somebody ass out?
No, Miss Kendra, I have an update for you, honey.
Okay,
Okay, if you don't already know, this is one of my favorite shows, Kendra G, Dating Singles. I think if I just love the lessons that are done. Miss RV in the house. Miss RV is in the house. Good seeing you, Miss RV. Here we go, folks. Here we go.
Now, Odyssey was just bring the camera up. I can work with it. Yeah. Odyssey was just here not too long ago. She's a trans woman.
I was Miss Cookie, remember?
Yeah, she has the cookie. She told us she's a trans woman. She had the surgery. She has the cookie. She wanted a straight man, no gay men. So what is your update, Odyssey?
So after the show, nothing but straight men have been hitting me up.
I want to make sure this is clear, so I'm going to rewind it one more time. Not only that, but I think I want to make sure everybody sees it too. So I'm going to hit the CC. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Told us she's a trans woman. She had the surgery.
Got it. I want even more volume. I want everybody to hear this because this is the punctuation mark of tonight's show.
Surgery. She has the cookie. She wanted a straight man, no gay men. So what is your update, Honesty?
So after the show, nothing but straight men have been hitting me up. And for what? I don't know.
She just said nothing but straight men have been hitting her up. This is on the Kendra G show. And if you haven't watched the show, Kendra G's channel has a lot of red pill men that come to the show. In fact, Mr. Let Go's been on it. Austin Holloman's been on it. Amongst others. Here we go.
But there's one particular man that I want to put on notice and that I want to give a shout out to.
Okay, well, hold on 1 second. Come in, please.
Oh.
I just got some groceries delivered. My bad.
Can I do that as well? Come in, please. Yeah.
It's the butler. Come in, please.
I need to get like you, Miss Kendra, having a butler and things of that nature.
Girl, don't worry about none of that. I want to get the tea. So okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I got real life happening. You could hi. How you doing?
Fancy.
Yes, you could just you could just put it right there if you don't want to put it on the table, and I'll get it
fancy.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you so much.
Say hi, Fancy. Say hi to the people. Say hi, Fancy.
Okay, now let me get to the tea. So yeah, let's take it from the top. You said nothing but straight men been reaching out to you?
Of course, absolutely. And everyone wants me to take care of them. All the straight men want to take care of me. And I said specifically I want them to take care of me. Correct?
Yes.
So there was one in particular. I don't remember if you remember.
I'm not sure, but I was gonna say I'm not sure. Was this guy openly into trans women or?
No.
Okay, then let's not say his name.
Okay. So let's do this again. This is important because this is the lesson for tonight, folks.
In particular, I don't remember if you remember.
I'm not sure, but I was gonna say I'm not sure. Was this guy openly into trans women or?
No.
Okay,
No.
then let's not say his name.
Okay.
She just said, "Is this man openly into trans women?" And that, you know, the trans young lady said no, and she said, "Then let's not say his name." Okay, so basically, as I've been trying to tell you, these men love men. Here we go.
Well, there was one in particular that hit me up, and he wants me to be his dominatrix.
Was he on my show?
Yes, he was.
Wait, is he the guy that's becoming a trans?
No.
He was on my show?
Yes, he was.
He was looking for women?
He was looking for women.
Okay.
Do you remember?
I actually don't remember. I know you said the name.
He was out in the hallway. Remember, he was out in the hallway, and his neighbors had got into an argument. And
he was in jail?
Yes. Now,
I told you, remember? I went over the jail theory with you. I went over the jail theory earlier in this video.
Kendra, he wrote me. Well, he had his sister write me and said that he had been looking for me and he would like for me to be his dominatrix. Are you familiar with what a dominatrix is?
So wait, real quick. So did he reach out to you directly, or he had someone else reach out to you?
He had someone else reaching out to me from his profile because he has.
Okay, so did you talk to him directly?
I did. He called me from jail and we spoke. Yes.
Oh, he's in jail right now?
Yes, he is.
He went back to jail?
He did.
Oh man, you can't make this stuff up. Darnell, what do you think?
I mean, so you done spent all this damn money to become a woman, and you can't do better than jail? A guy in and out of jail, like.
Now, I
Come
think
on.
it's just, well, no, in her defense, this is just one of her straight male options. So,
but that shouldn't be an option.
Yeah, true. Here we go.
He did. And we are speaking of, I can tell you, well, you said not to say any names, correct? Child, listen.
Is he okay with you sharing this to the world, girl?
He said he wanted me to be his dominatrix and he would listen. So, but if you don't want me to listen.
Well, no, I mean, the name, you already said it before I could tell you not to say it, so we're there. But what did you want to share next?
So he wants me to be his dominatrix, and he asked me, can I bond him out of jail? And I was like, no, honey, I can't do that. So his sister called me, and she was like, we need to meet up because you need to help me bond your husband out. And I was like, my husband? What do you mean my husband? Because he spoke to his sister about me. And basically, he said that he said that when he get out, he wanted me. And he wanted me to be his dominant. He wanted me to be his dominatrix. And
this is the man that had the arguing neighbors, and then the lady came in the video.
Yes, correct.
And he went back to jail. Do you know what he went back to jail for?
I don't know. He didn't tell me.
This happened fast. You was just on my show not too long ago.
Yes, it was. Yes, I was.
So I'm assuming you don't want to be with him. Is he an option?
No, he's not an option.
Okay. So you want to?
We are, Darnell. So she said he's not an option. But I'll tell you one thing: he makes for very interesting, conversation. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that I don't know. That's just crazy. I mean,
yeah.
You could do much better than a guy in jail.
Right. Here we go.
But there was a few other men that came to me, and they were also on your show. I don't want to give any names or whatnot.
So now, with the men that came to you that were also on my show, were they looking for women?
They were.
So basically, you are proving that straight men do want to date trans women.
My point exactly, darling.
And my point exactly as well, folks. My point exactly.
See, I was talking a lot of shit about honesty, but she done came.
They were, honey, and I read the comments talking about they don't want no God-fearing. Honey, listen, something must have feared them.
I love the truth. I love the truth. So these are all straight men. We're not talking about like guys who are into the altar. These are all straight men, secretly straight men. I told you I was going to give you that DL flavor tonight. I told you I was going to show you how DL men operate, and here we go.
Got some more paid questions. You know you was gonna get them, child.
I'm ready for it.
Marcus said, "I can't stand a messy gay person."
What?
I bet he's mad because he's getting outed. I bet.
Well, it's not being messy. It's just an update, honey.
Okay. The Hende said, 07 said, "Girl, you being finesse. Them MF in jail will talk to anybody just to get something out of them. So nobody wants you, Henry. Move along."
Who is Henry? You must be talking about one of the other guests that was on the show. My name is Honesty, honey. So next.
Okay.
No Henry here.
Beauty said his sister is really his girl. They're using you.
I'm not sending a dime, honey. But I'm the one with the dick pics if they're using me, honey. How are they using me when I'm getting dick pics, honey?
Oh my. You know.
How is he sending you those photos from jail? You can't show the photo.
Okay. But it's from Mr.
She was reaching for the phone. That was the funny thing. She was reaching for the phone. She was like, "You want to see that book? You want to see? You want to see?"
I'm okay with saying it's from Mr. Yes, honey.
Let me ask you this. Why did you want to tell everybody his name?
Because he wanted me to openly be his dominatrix. So of course it wasn't going to be hidden. Because I just wanted to prove a point, Miss Kendra, that me as a trans woman.
Yeah, Marcus, I think y'all are right about Marcus. Marcus feels he's feeling a certain way. He's feeling he was a little bit upset here. Marcus is triggered. Yeah, he's called out and stuff. Yeah, he told on himself. He told on himself. It's not because people are like, to me, this is fun, funny, and entertaining to hear this. To hear how these DL men are in the background squirming, trying to hide, trying to hope that she doesn't out him. That's the funny thing.
I'm getting the straight men, honey. When it was said days ago that
I think we should say, when she says straight men, we should say straight men, because you know what I mean? Straight men, maybe not straight men, but straight men. Darnell, what do you think, my man?
I don't know what to think anymore. I'm just at a loss for words.
I mean, I wanted to bring down the down level, the story of the down low culture for everyone, right? And I think we're getting there. I think this is like this video right here. I'd like to thank Kendra G Singles. Make sure you join her dating app. Just make sure you click the right button, you click the right boxes, if you know what I mean. And but this, I love the truth. I love her show for the truth it gives, because she's just simply interviewing. If somebody buries themselves, they bury themselves. So here, let me keep it going. Here we go.
That they, so I'm just proving a point.
I understand.
PK James, exactly. Men do give the best head for men. Yep.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I got to go back. think I do remember the person because I more so remember the neighbors arguing. So when you said that, it made me recall the video. But I guess I wonder, you could have said all this without saying his name.
Oh, well, you're right. Well,
but I mean, listen, it's a live show.
Well, disrupt saying his show.
It's too late. Hey, yeah. I tell you one thing. Honesty, Dior better be careful because you see how these dudes get when they get exposed.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, honestly, because at first, I wanted to disagree with you at first, DJ Torch, but, because it's like, okay, I remember years ago, you would take a, say, like a overweight, woman that, a bigger woman, you kind of snuck her in and out, you didn't want her to be seen and this and that. It's not that she necessarily liked a bigger woman. It was just, hey, that's all you could get kind of thing. And I was kind of hoping the same thing here where, okay, you're just desperate and, you'll take anything at this point. But no, I mean, it seems like, a lot of these guys are just BL men. That's what they like. I mean,
yep. See, back in the day, DL didn't mean what it means to these days. It meant like a man was cheating on his wife or something. Now, it does mean a man cheating on his wife, but with another man. Oh man! So anyway, let me keep this going a little more.
Well, his name. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say his name, darling.
Well, I just don't know if he's openly into. Well, I think that's where it gets tricky because you actually have all female body parts.
Exactly.
So,
according to a lot of your cousins, right? Men are not interested in trans women, straight men, so to speak. So this is my point, right? If I came on your show and I specifically said that, hey, I'm interested in straight men because that's what are interested in me, correct? Point proven. Okay. Right or wrong?
No, you're right.
So therefore, I'm just speaking facts because all those people that were once saying that, hey, nobody wants me, nobody did that, honey, obviously, child, I was getting packages.
Now, did you meet anybody that you liked?
It was one other one that I liked, yes. He'll be taking me out tomorrow, actually, and he's from New York. He was actually on your show as well.
Ooh, child, let me find out. You're getting the action fast.
And he met me through your dating app.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. And he'll be taking me out tomorrow.
You got a date tomorrow. So we got some more paid questions. Sunfire said, my cousin is a trans woman who used to do BDSM. I don't know what that means, BDSM. And this is common with straight men. What does BDSM stand for?
Oh, I have no idea.
Let's find out real quick. Let's find out. I got Google. I got what?
I can tell you what it means. Bondage.
What?
Bondage. It's bondage. Domination. Submission.
So that's where the submissive things come in.
And what's
what
the M?
What does M stand for?
M.
What does it mean? Let me see here. I'm looking at it right now. Okay, it says right here. Right.
M.
I'm trying to make it big enough so everybody can see it. Okay, let me bring it up. BDSM is a way of having sex in which the partner plays a dominant role while the other is more submissive. In some cases, this may involve
masochism, masochism or something like that.
Okay. A handcuff. Okay. There it is. I mean, Let me get back to his. Let me make this a little smaller. Okay.
Oh, y'all talking to acronyms? I don't know.
Because technically, I consider myself as a woman. Oh.
I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna read this first. Brandy Brown said, "Baby, I don't think DL men count as straight men."
Well, that's not my problem.
That's actually a good question. That's actually a good answer. That's not her problem. You know. And hey, that's up to you, DL man. If you want to call yourself straight, by all means, go ahead. But you know, DL is DL.
Okay. So yeah, also a lot of women had an issue with you saying that. Well, I think you're a trans woman, so you are making it clear you're a trans woman. I think when you said you had the cookie.
Which obviously it was the cookie that everybody wanted, huh? Mm. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Come here, Fancy. Come here. Come on.
Okay, so here's the point I'm trying to make. Kendra's show has started off on Facebook and I believe on Instagram. It's a very, very, very popular show, as you know. But when it got onto YouTube, she had a little problem at the very beginning, like 2 years ago, getting men to come on. But what started happening is the men from the red pill community started to migrate it onto her show. You could tell because they would praise Kevin Samuels on the show. They would tell you, they would reiterate, things he said or would use his talking points with regularity. So basically, it's very established that they are the most common men on the show. And what I mean is that of men of different thought patterns, the red pill men are the most common on this show. So it only makes sense that this young lady, is getting a lot of attention. And you can debate whether she's a lady or not, whatever you want to. But bottom line is that she regards herself as a lady. We'll just call her a lady. Okay? But don't get it twisted. The reason they're calling her up is because she was a man. And now they get the best of both worlds. I believe somebody in the chat mentioned that. Hold on. Yeah. Angela, a perfect option for men are trans women. They look feminine than them, so they have their masculinity, but know how to pleasure a man because they're men. Or were men.
Yeah, the only thing is with some, not all, but there's some of them that they try too hard. You ever notice? There's just some of them that, and it's not even just trans people, but like you'll even see it with, with some gay men that they're just doing too much or like trying way too hard.
To be feminine.
Exactly.
But see, that's what black men want, right? They complain about black women not being feminine enough, right? So if somebody exaggerates being feminine, then that should make those types of men, whoever you want to call it, happy as a clam, right?
You would think, but the thing is to me, it's like you're overcompensating for something. People that typically do that, it means a lot of times, like let's just say you and I, we're trying to be alpha men, for example. I'm an alpha male. I'm an alpha male. We're going out picking fights, trying to prove how big and bad we are. Yeah, exactly. You're just doing too much, and that's how I feel about some of these people. Like I know a lot of um lesbian women that do that. That try to be the ones that are
They try to be
try to
hard.
be the yes, you know, and they just they go a little too far with it, like
Right.
trying to pick fights and I don't even want
understand what
to
you're saying.
repeat on your show. Yeah, and I just kind of noticed that.
Honesty is doing that.
What's that?
Do you believe honesty is doing that? That's the name of the person, the trans person.
I do believe that she's definitely playing a character. I could definitely say that. Like I mean, just her mannerisms, the way honesty is speaking. It's like you're just trying too hard to be a woman instead of just being natural.
Right.
Like I mean, not all women talk talk like that and got this, the little hand gestures. Not all women do that.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but that's I mean that's that culture. I mean that's that's their culture. So I don't really have a thing. I understand what you're saying, but I
Yeah.
don't have a problem with it. I just that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do.
Yeah.
So just like how dudes be over. I see some dudes cussing all the time to try to act hard. Next thing
Yeah.
you know, they're caught with a dude or something like that. So
Oh yeah, absolutely. It just kind of reminds me, I guess, like think of it like a short man that's always got he's always trying to fight. Like you ever notice that about men that are short? They're always trying to fight somebody like 6 foot tall and stuff.
Yep.
That's what it reminds me of. It's like they got to prove how big and bad, so that I'm gonna go pick a fight with somebody, 6'2".
Right.
Yeah.
I feel
Let's get some. Yeah.
Here we go, folks.
Okay, this guy Jahande is back and said, Kendra, please don't say Henry has all female body parts, because that's a damn lie from the pits of hell. Henry cannot get pregnant or have a baby.
Okay, well, can I comment? First of all, let me say this once again. Whoever Henry is, he was on the show before, but I'm honesty. And secondly, never did I once say that I could get pregnant or anything other that. I said that I was a trans woman. So therefore, if you don't know the difference between a trans woman and a woman, that's on you, boo. Get more educated, baby. Education is priceless.
I think he was referring. I think I said you had all female body parts,
which I do.
Well, when I meant that, I was referring really to vagina that you told us you had last time, and clearly you have breasts. So those were the two body parts I was referring to.
Of course, but as far as me getting pregnant and things of that nature, know that I can't do that. I'm not a natural born female. I'm a trans female.
Okay.
Correct.
Ooh, child. Okay. We got more. Ooh, child. They got stuff to say to you.
Oh well. Listen.
Venetra Story said, saying his name is a dangerous game, though. Not sure why this was a necessary point to prove.
It was very much so necessary, because when I get rock sorority in me, honey, I'm gonna go back and forth, honey. So
like that's what you're talking about, Darnell, right?
Exactly. You're just doing too much. I would say the same thing about a white person that tries to be black. You can just tell in the way they talk.
Right.
That they're just trying too hard.
Got it.
Okay. So, all right. So tonight was just for you to let us know that several men, and she's saying several men from the show that have been on the show.
Yeah.
Reached out to her.
Several straight men, honey. No gay men have came to me, darling. Straight men. Straight. That like the JJ, and that wanted the cookie this time, honey. So obviously, some of the cousins are not doing something right.
Oh, that was
Yeah, she threw a, but you
those are
see how she
fighting words.
started. Yeah, you see how she started dogging women right there. Some of the cousins.
I don't know about that. I don't know. That's not a good move. Let's see what happens.
You mean the female cousins?
Mm-hmm. That ain't my fault. That ain't on me, Kendra. Just saying.
So you're going out on a date tomorrow?
Of course.
Okay, well, honestly, you keep me posted how it goes, baby girl.
Okay, darling.
Okay.
Thank you for getting me in contact with him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
He reached out to me and said, "Listen, I want to take you out. Fuck everything else." And I was like, "Okay, where are we going?" He said, "You choose." I said, "Okay."
And you live in New York?
I do.
Okay. Well, I want to update. Keep me posted.
I will, darling.
All right. Bye, baby.
Bye, baby.
All right, Kendra G's singles is now available. Anyway, man, I mean, I, honesty messed up at the end. That was a mess up at the end.
That's what I meant by doing too much.
you
everything's just fine in the beginning, and then all of a sudden they got to do that one stupid thing.
Yeah, that is for sure. That is for sure. Well, everybody, it's getting late. I really couldn't appreciate the the response to this live stream. I was hoping it would go good, and it went pretty decent. Darnell, you were great. I appreciate you coming up to the mic again. Happy birthday. Everybody give Darnell a hand of applause for his recent birthday. It was about, a week and a half ago?
Oh, no, it's been, this is November 10th, actually.
Okay, a month ago? But give him a hand of applause, everyone. And shoot, I think I'm going to hit that beat right about now, everybody.
You mind if I share some closing thoughts before you close this out?
Absolutely. Yeah. So hit me with them. Go for it.
Yes, I just wanted to say, this episode just kind of reminded me of when you and I first started talking, and we were on another channel. We don't mention his name, but it just kind of reminds me. I had said that the red pill taught me about accountability. I had said I even admitted as ashamed to say. I think my exact words were, I was ashamed to say that Fresh and Fit taught me about accountability, and I'm older than them. And I look at now, and I remember you were asking me, Darnell, where's the accountability? And DJ Torch, I see that now. Where is it? It's nowhere to be found. Nowhere. I mean, bottom line is all these. I don't want to say all YouTubers, because that would throw you in there. But a lot of these YouTubers, they're frauds. You got especially in the red pill manosphere, they're damn frauds. They're cowards. I don't know if you seen Duke to Don, but he did an episode. But Fresh and Fit callers are calling in broke, in debt. These are people that watched their show, been watching their show for years, and now they're calling up Fresh and Fit. Hey, how do I get out of debt?
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is, So I'll go ahead and wrap it up real quick, but basically for those of you that got kids, just watch your kids' online activity. I mean, they do not need to be getting advice from people on the internet.
True.
Period.
Yep. That is so true. And everybody, I just wanted to make sure you know that really the preference between the real preference for a lot of these men are men. So they're not really has to do with another woman or another race of women or a skin tone of women. Basically, a lot of these men are here for men. They want men. And that's a preference you cannot compete with. That is a preference you cannot compete. Really, preferences, I mean, women and preference or preferences, women, whatever you want to call it, however you define it, shouldn't be competing at all. Because basically all women are competing against men for men's affection and love. And what I mean is this, is that not just in the sexual sense, but in the emotional sense. That's why they treat you like crap, is because they leave everything out on the field for their men. And another perfect example and proof is the amount of young men that get emotional with each other and delete each other. Okay? So that's not because they're emotional. They don't, that's basically the whole scoop. And again, there's nothing wrong with these men loving men, but it's the fact of the matter is that when you get into this DL culture, they will get rather violent. They will always cheat. They will always cheat. And most men that are promiscuous, what they're doing, why they're so promiscuous is because they continue to want to either reinforce that they are normal or they are trying to find themselves in the wrong places. That's it. So ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you coming out today. I'm going to hit the beat right about now. Die Rich in the house. PK Danes in the house. Angela Reddick in the house. Why you seeking knowledge in the house? Eden Adele in the house. Angela Reddick in the house. Bridget Mouton in the house. Quita is in the house. Miss R.B. in the house. Break it down. So tell your good night. Andy, Hannah, Mom in the house. Kevin, the lifestyle guy.
Cause I know what I'm getting into.
Yes. Who else is up in here?
And nothing can stop me. No. Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way. I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe.
Deontay Grant. Thanks for stopping by.
So tell your good night. Cause I'll find no better one. Yeah.
And a good night to everyone else. If I missed your name, let me know. Put it in the chat real quick. Free. Shout out.